Okay. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back for more Ace Attorney 3. Last time, we completed the stolen turnabout after the judge asked a bullshit question that I had no idea how to answer. And we're about to begin recipe for a turnabout, which I assume has something to do with cooking. Okay. Why not? I'm sure nothing bad can. What the? That's enough. What? 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 Wait, hold on. What? We're getting to a point where. What the hell? Is Fauxnix going on trial for murder again? What the hell is this? I don't believe you because I don't know what's going on. What? I didn't even get to do anything. Okay, fastest chapter ever? What? And he lost to Winston Payne? I mean, it's not the middle Pokey Delta, it's literally the end. It's a guilty verdict. Also, hello Pokey Delta, hello Normans, and hello Snowy. Regarding your comment, Snowy, as far as the goblins go, I unfortunately will be goblinless at least for a little while. I know Dawning is really sick and is having throat problems and obviously can't be hanging around in voice chat or even streaming herself if she's got a sore or gunky throat. Goose is, I think he always is not particularly available during the school year, dealing with, academics and what have you. LG is busy with work, at least for the next couple of weeks. And Midori is, well, in a temporary living situation that does not afford her the ability to join voice chat. So, alas, as I said, I am unfortunately goblinless. Can't do much about the mangoes either. Not particularly a fruit person. I prefer vegetables myself. Anyway, not really sure what to do here because obviously whatever the hell that case was, I just lost. But whatever. I guess I should push the A button or check the court record. Oh, good. Godot is there. He wasn't the prosecutor in that case, though, so that's fun. That's right, Maya would be 19 now because it's 2 years since the original Ace Attorney. I had a brain fart for a moment there. Alright, what are we doing? The start of a new year always makes me feel like I can take on the whole world. I mean, I have goblins or what have you, and like I've got people in chat, like Twitch chat, who can always poke me or inflict me with channel point. This actually does bring up a valid thing, a valid circumstance. I have temporarily disabled Little Goblin Knows Best, not because it's going to be gone forever, but I don't want people, because I've had it happen a couple of times where someone new will pop in, not know what the reward does, and they'll redeem it when I don't have a Little Goblin on hand. And because I know that I'm not going to have a Little Goblin on hand, or at least probably won't have a Little Goblin on hand this evening, I don't, especially one other thing that I'll say that I did, because it's Dawning's birthday this upcoming Saturday, and because it's Midori's birthday Wednesday, I did lower the cost of the Little Goblin Knows Best to 30 channel points. So that's going to be a thing. But, again, if it turns out that the Little Goblins aren't going to be around for most of this month, then I'll do it for next month anyway. I will not cheat the Little Goblins of their fun. So, alright, with that, I do see Snowy redeemed Tsundere for Edgeworth, and in point of fact, I miss him. He hasn't actually shown up in this game at all. It's very much a crying shame, because he's the most handsome and dapper and wonderful prosecutor. We've had Winston Payne far too much in this. Like, okay, yeah, he showed up in the tutorial cases he is wont to do, but he also showed up in case 2, and now we actually saw him in case 3, but we haven't seen hide nor hair of Edgeworth yet. It's a crime against humanity, because he's so adorable, he's so fantastic, he's so glorious, and just a force of nature in the courtroom. And what he's also like incredibly handsome, and just like, I wish I could be half as competent as Edgeworth is. That glorious bastard. And I mean that in the positive way, not in the negative way. Like, Edgeworth doesn't have to resort to things like whips or cups of coffee or anything like that in order to win his cases. He just does it with his, with facts and with evidence and with logic and with reason. And all of those are very scarce in this particular universe. Like, seriously, this universe has an absolute, like, it's just a barren wasteland when it comes to any of that, and Edgeworth is the one shining, sparkling, bright light of hope and intelligence in this universe full of dummies. And he's been gone for this whole game. Like, we met a second judge, which I suppose technically I should have realized always existed, but, like, we never seen a second judge before. So, again, it's just horrible how they've been mistreating him, and I guess it's true what they say, that absence makes the heart grow fonder, because Edgeworth's absence in this game has in fact made me become even fonder of him than I had been before. And absolutely not, Pokey Delta. I refuse to ever play investigations. I was only saying all of that because Snowy redeemed a reward. Anyway, I bet it does, Maya. Time to stretch, I suppose. Up. Ooh. And in Booth 2.0, I can actually stretch without worrying about dealing with, or without worrying about hitting the walls of the booth, unless I get too close to my table. So, stretched. WOL is west of Loathing, Snowy. It's what I stream Wednesday evenings. So if you're talking about like the use, lose, or wander, I can't do either of those in this game because I don't have specific armor or pieces of equipment, and there is no wander command. You should have known that. So, I've decided that our our resolution should be Zvari! Stop using a convicted murderer's catchphrase, Maya. What do you think, Nick? Sure, whatever, Maya. But I think maybe you've had more than enough mistletoe cake. Never! You've got to eat a lot of cake during New Year's. It's practically a tradition. Like watching the fireworks on TV, or playing a board game. Hey, Belle! Oh god, it's you. Why are you here? I will play the, Apollo Justice. So, after this is done, I am well aware that this is the last of the Fauxnix Wright trilogy. I know that the next one is the Apollo Justice trilogy, and the entire reason I started... Well, okay, I was going to say the entire reason that I started playing these games was, Athena, but the whole reason I continued playing these games, and continue to play these games, even after I'm 2-0 on having to convict cute redheads of murder, is because of Athena. So yeah, no, that's what I've been working on since, maybe not day one, but whenever. Detective Gumshoe, what the heck is going on here? Happy New Year, Detective! Yeah, likewise. Now, listen up, right? I wanna... Here's to another fruitful year of lawyer-police cooperation. Yeah, me too. Alright, Belle, you've got some explaining to... Have you got a holiday present for me, Detective? A what? Well, yeah, have this. It's really nothing much, but, yay, thanks. Look, Belle, we need to have a talk. Take a seat. But make sure you put it back when you're done, because thievery is wrong. Hey, what about Pearlie? You haven't forgotten her present, have you? No, I mean, yes, I mean, no. Are you doing this on purpose? I guess I'm busted. How did you like my first practical joke of the year? Very funny, pal. Now let's see how funny you think it is when I show you this. What is it? A magazine? Hey, I want to see... why am I in a magazine? Deadly poisoning brings guilty verdict. Defense attorney Wright... What? Okay, yes, I did just see that. Trounced? Let me see that. The defense attorney gave an almost childishly amateur performance yesterday. Sounds about right, Fauxnix. What the heck is this? It's a report, pal, about yous. Listen to this. Mr. Wright must take full responsibility for the ruling in this case. Well, and don't tells me you don't remember anything about it. But I don't remember... Oh, right, I got clocked upside the head with a fire extinguisher again. That makes some sense. Apollo Justice is 7 years after Trials and Tribulations. Wow, that's a time jump. Oh well, I'll deal with it. When was that issue from, anyway? December last year, which I guess makes it last month. Which makes it old news, you mean? But I wasn't involved in a poisoning case in December. The last poisoning case I was... Is this the revenge of Dahlia? Ooh! Is this Dahlia's revenge? Because the last poisoning case we know about was Diego Armando. And it turns out Dahlia did it, and Fauxnix accidentally got her convicted. Well, okay, technically it was Mia Fey, but I also am pretty sure Dahlia would be dead by now. But then again, maybe she's a spirit and somebody's using the spirit. Well, you can't take a spirit and use it to possess someone. I don't think. I mean, the spirit would possess whoever's channeling it, but I don't think whoever channeled the spirit would be able to then pass that spirit on to someone else. Because that's potentially what I was thinking, that Dahlia might have been channeled by a malicious spirit channeler, say Morgan Fay. But then I also have no clue how the fuck she would have gotten to Fauxnix, so forget about it. It's probably a coincidence. My mind is going off in billions of places. As is usual. So what do you think this is all about, Nick? Well, my bigger question is, why the hell did Gumshoe only show up today to talk about this? If it wasn't used, Belle, then that leaves only one possibility. An imposter? No way, you don't mean a phony Nick? This must be Gumshoe's idea of a joke. Guess he's starting off the year with one, too. Magazine clipping added to the court record. Okay, an article from December 5th, literally a month ago, says I was trounced and my client was found guilty. So, what are yous gonna do about it, Belle? What do you mean, what am I going to do about it? Well, it's your fault that the judge found the defendant guilty in this case. My fault? How do you figure that? Because the Fauxnix Wright is super famous now. Well, maybe only sort of. Yeah, see what happens when yous hotshots start getting too full of yourselves. But I didn't do anything wrong. At least not that I can remember. Again, so the only thing that I even consider my theory is that that they're really leaning into Fauxnix not remembering as opposed to he didn't actually do it. But again, I don't know how Dahlia would have been channeled. I don't know how that spirit would have made it to Nick. Or if it would have even been possible for that spirit to have been channeled into Nick. But he certainly wouldn't remember anything that happened while he was possessed. You'd better make this right, pal. Now! And that means taking the case back to court. Got it? Oh, so this is an appeal. Sounds like we've got our first case of the new year. Let's tackle it with gusto. I don't think the client is going to be too happy. Like, I really don't think the client is going to be too happy getting the same guy who allegedly was so childish that even Winston Payne could beat it. Hello, Joe, and I'll see you later, I guess. And yes, Pokey Delta Occam's Razor suggests this was a Fauxnix Wright. Or Fauxnix Noodleman. Whichever. I don't know. The judge already issued a guilty verdict once in this case. It's not going to be easy to get it overturned. ... I guess that New Year's resolution is going to have to wait until next year. So you're taking the case, right? Good. I'm gonna head over to the courthouse then. After that, I'll go back to the precinct. Drop by if you need something, okay, pal? What the fuck is going on here? I guess people are starting to know the name Fauxnix Noodleman. If a client entrusted a case to me based on my reputation, I guess I am kind of... No! It's not your fault that some shyster disguised themselves as you and bungled things. Like, that would be like saying I'm responsible if someone pretends to be me and does something really stupid. Spoilers. You don't have to pretend to be me to get me to do something stupid. I do something stupid all by myself. But like this is a case of stolen identity. Like, okay, Fauxnix is trying to be a good guy here and clean up after a mess that was made by somebody pretending to be him. But like the actual lead here is stolen identity. And if I'm not being very charitable, I mean, that is another question. Well, first of all, there's two questions, Pokey Delta. Number one is, why is Gumshoe bringing this to Fauxnix's attention? And then demanding that he do something, like, because Gumshoe was kind of the one that pressures him into taking the case again, which is weird and sounds kind of stupid. But question two is, why the hell is he doing this literally a month after the case was resolved? Why didn't he do this the day after? What, did Gumshoe only find out about the details of this case and the guilty verdict 1 month later when it came? Well, no, because that issue of the tabloid came out the month before. So I don't know why he waited a month. Either way, again, the lead is being buried here, where Fauxnix has a case of stolen identity, and that's very important, because if you have someone impersonating a lawyer, they can trick lots of people. And again, if I'm being less than charitable, which given this game and this universe I feel is perfectly justified, whoever the fuck disguised themselves as Fauxnix Wright did so to dupe their client, to dupe their patsy into accepting him as their lawyer, when the person who disguised themselves as Fauxnix Wright was the actual perpetrator and deliberately flubbed the trial so that someone else would be found guilty of his crime. I think that's a lot more likely than Dahlia Hawthorne coming back from the grave and possessing Fauxnix's body. I was promised more Dahlia Hawthorne in this game, though, and I am disappointed that she has not shown up since Case 1. But I suppose I should have known that I'd never that Dawning was lying. But why would someone want to... There are several reasons, Fauxnix. What sort of a guy would do that? Examine this thing. There is a giant building just outside the window. It's the Gatewater Hotel, a high-class luxury hotel. Chain is getting so rich they bought a whole chunk of the next town over and started building a huge theme park. It's going to be called Gatewater Land. I wonder if that bellboy is going to send me a greeting card this... Fauxnix gets a greeting card from Superman every year. Good! He should. Movie poster. An old movie poster. Apparently this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it a long time ago. Maya watched it recently and she cried all night too. Which I guess is why it's back up on the wall. I'll have to check it out one of these days. Charlie. A quite decorative plant. He's sort of a keepsake, something to remember Mia by. Sure, the office is a mess, but I never forget to water this little fella. The desk. It's my desk. Dahlia shows up again, just not in this turnabout. I am annoyed by this. I don't get to use it much, so it's still super neat and tidy from when Pearls cleaned it. Wait, Pearls cleaned it, like, months ago. There should at least be dust bunnies there again. The books. Difficult-looking legal books stand in a formidable row. They mock me. Actually, I've neglected them for so long that they're covered in a layer of dust. I guess I should at least pretend to read them once in a while. Silly Phoenix. Everyone knows you can't read. So, you've still got that badge, I see. Well, I'm a lawyer, aren't I? You keep giving this back to me. Yes, of course Mia bought those books, Pokey Delta. Phoenix sure as shit didn't buy them. He couldn't afford them. And he's never, he's tried reading them once. He got a headache, dropped it, and it fell on his foot. That's how bad he is at this. Anyway, I'm a lawyer, aren't I? You're the one who keeps fishing this out of Gourd Lake whenever I try to return to being a Noodleman. Yeah, but I guess I just didn't think you'd keep on being one for this long. Especially since I know you keep trying to ditch that attorney's badge of yours. You have to admit you've had some close brushes with death because of your job. I fail to see how being a lawyer is more dangerous than channeling dead people. Does she not know about her Magatama? She doesn't know about her Magatama. Fine, then tell me about the magazine clipping. I can't believe you've got an impersonator. I can't either. Aw, but look on the bright side. Only famous stars have people impersonating them. This isn't funny, Maya. It's not just an impersonation. See? At least Phoenix gets the severity of this. It's not just an impersonation. This guy stole my identity. And someone may have been wrongfully convicted as a result. Guess you should have gone into showbiz, huh, Nick? I will never understand how your mind works, Maya. Little goblin minds work on a completely different level than anyone else's. So, how's your spirit medium training going? Well, I stand under the rushing waters of the shower every day. That's called taking a shower. What happened to the rushing waters of a waterfall? Well, I'm kind of taking a break. I'm having a bit of trouble right now, you know? Last year's incident must still be on it. What was last year's incident? Was it the... Is he seriously talking about the stolen urn? Or are we going back to the, Are we going back to the, Dr. Gray, the Turner Gray murder? Because it's been more than a year at this point since that happened. Well, whatever. I haven't seen Maya train at all since that time. I think Mia said it's because Maya's kind of torn these days. Speaking of Mia... Mia helped me out in court again last time. It's so cool that you get to meet my sis like that. Yeah. We mediums lose consciousness when we're channeling, so I don't get to see my sis. I never really thought about it that way. Hey, if you want to meet Mia, why don't we just have Pearls call her? No, I couldn't do that. I'd be too worried about her. I guess Maya's got all sorts of things to think about, too. despite her immaturity saying otherwise. Godo. So, you still can't remember anything about Godo, huh? I already told you, I have no idea who he is, let alone why he dislikes me so much. Well, he sure seems to have a problem with you for some reason. You'd better watch your back, Nick. Coffee lovers can be quite bitter. You're just making that up, Maya. I mean, statistically speaking, given the number of people who enjoy coffee, I'm sure some of them are bitter, yes. Just statistically speaking, but also statistically speaking, some coffee lovers are probably very sweet. Some coffee lovers are probably very angry. Some are very, like, just you could take, like, about a group as large as coffee lovers. You can kind of make a broad statement that some of them do this or some of them do that, and you'll probably be correct, just statistically speaking. What's this Gumshoe fellow up to? Digging up an old case that's already been ruled on. That's not like Gumshoe, is it? No, he barely manages to stay on top of the cases right in front of him. Yeah, he's always busy and he gets dirt pay. I mean, look at that dusty... Hey, I like trench coats. Did you mean he gets paid dirt, or do you really think they pay him in gravel? I wouldn't be surprised. Alright, what should I do? So, what's our first move? I guess we go down to the detention center and talk. Wait a sec, Nick. This person's behind bars because of you. Whoever it is isn't going to be isn't going to be jumping at the chance to meet you, right? Hey, let's get one thing straight. It wasn't me, it was a fake me that did this. I wonder if he looks exactly like you. Your phony Zin Elf. Zin Elf. I know that's Phoenix backwards, but strictly speaking, that's not what he'd be called, right? That's just Phoenix's last name. Or actually, it's his first name. And it'd also have to be Noodleman backwards, too. Right, so Zin or Zyneop would be the first name, and then Nomaloon would be the first name or something. I don't know. Noodleman backwards. I hope not. And what kind of name is that for an evil double? It's your first name backwards. Aha, Nick, I got it. If you're going to ask whether I've got a twin brother, the answer is no. Spoil sport. Any ideas? Did you notice Gumshoe was acting weirder than usual, or was it just me? What do you mean? I mean he was really worked up. Like a guy who's just found out he's going to be a dad or something. Yeah, I guess he was acting. It was very strange for him to get involved in something like this. Maybe he realized he's got... No, I don't think that's it. Considering how we interact, I seriously doubt that, Maya. Well, if he wasn't nervous because of you, then maybe it's because of our new guilty client. I should probably find out who that is. Let's go to the Criminal Affairs Department. What? Hey, the Blue Badger's got a girlfriend. That's nice. I did not see that coming. It's been ages since we came down to the precinct, huh, Nick? Looks like Gumshoe isn't around. He's got it so easy, leaving everyone else to do the work. No, he's out there somewhere. My bet is on the courthouse. He's probably trying to arrange the retrial of this case. So, double jeopardy only applies, by the way, just for those who aren't in the U.S. or may not be familiar with U.S. court systems. Although, to be fair, this is decidedly not how it works in a U.S. court, but double jeopardy technically only applies if you're found innocent. You can always appeal, well, not always appeal, but you are always able to appeal a guilty verdict after the first trial. But then it doesn't usually go through a complete retrial after the verdict is handed in by the jury. Or in this case, it was a bench trial with the judge, but it would normally go to an appeals court and a different judge or set of judges, more accurately, instead. So the fact that we're getting a whole new trial, probably in front of the same judge, likely again, obviously, this frickin' court system has difficulty telling what it is, because it invokes things like double jeopardy and pleading the fifth, pleading the fifth certainly is unique to the U.S. as far as legal terminology goes, because again, it's the Fifth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution specifically. And speaking of the fifth, may the fifth be with you, and in this case, I mean fifth of whiskey. Whiskey good. But yeah, I guess we were supposed to go to the detention center first, but whatever. I mean, yes, Pokey Delta, but in this case, there hasn't been. And there isn't even any evidence that's shown up yet that suggests that the lawyer who was I can claim all I want that I have no idea what the hell this trial was about. But, there's no concrete evidence that says that I'm not deliberately obfuscating because I got my ass handed to me. So right now and on these legal bases, there would be no reason to do a retrial. Now, I guess, and I can consult my legal experts on this one. I'm guessing if it turns out that the person the defendant thought was representing them was not actually that person, maybe that would be grounds for a mistrial. Maybe. But I think more likely than not, it would go through an appeal in that case instead, and basically say the first verdict was invalid because of this reason. Guess that means we should go to the detention center and chat with our killer, huh? After being convicted without a fair trial, I'm not sure killer is the right label. And I think we should examine everything first. These are the detectives' desks. There are computers and files on each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I expected. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. Very true. Now, let's meet the Blue Badger's girlfriend. Hey, that's the police mascot, isn't it? It's so cute. That's the Blue Badger. It was my idea. I made it, and now it's the national symbol of the police force. So what's with the pink one? It's new, right? She's not an it, Nick. She's a she, right, Chief? Yup, meet the Pink Badger. We're real creative when it comes to names. So one's called Blue and the other's called Pink, but they're both called Badger? You got it. They're married. Mr. and Mrs. Badger seem to be cuffed together, Chief. You got it. That's marriage for yous. No comment considering the fact that I'm married. I will say I almost ended up not streaming tonight because my wife was working in her sewing room, which is right across the basement from my Lego and streaming room. And while hopefully Booth 2.0 is good for preventing sound from carrying upward into the kitchen while she's cooking, and there's a lot more of a space and stuff barrier there, there's not a ton. Like, literally, the doors to her sewing room are slatted, so there's no sound, there's no sound muffling from that. And the doors to my Lego and streaming room are like they're solid, but they're also very thin, and I'm pretty sure they're hollow. So not much sound deadening in those, even if I have them partially covered with soundproof foam or sound deadening foam. But at about 7:26, 7:27, wife was finished with her sewing, so it's safe for me to stream. Anyway. Whoa, a mascot that's deeper than the deepest of deep oceans. Not that Phoenix will ever know what marriage is like. Like, I think his best shot was with Dahlia, and she didn't actually want to be in a relationship with him. She was literally using him. I mean, he still would have put a ring on her if he could have, but whatever. How are you not fired yet, detective? That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Don't die running a red light. Die the old-fashioned way, of old age. We have a winner. Inject a bit of humor. That's the key. ... He must be coming up with slogans for a safety campaign, I guess. Chief, what are you glued to your computer with this time? This must be the chief of detectives right here. He's glued to his computer screen once again. Little goblins are always pulling pranks. What? Master Mask joined up at the bank? What's he doing? Hands up, you scallywags. He's under arrest. Hey, that's our job. Looks like Ron Delight's opted for a new career. Interesting. Hey, quit surfing the net, Chief. Sorry, I was just, Things feel pretty tense in here. So, okay, Mask to Mask is back and is now a superhero. We've already got Superman, so it stands to reason we can have more masked heroes. Anyway, the poster of a female police officer. Wait, no. That's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar, my bad. What am I hearing? Alright, whatever that was, it's gone now. Muting my mic and turning it back on seems to have fixed the problem. Okay, obviously there's no actual reason for me to be here. So let's go to the detention center, I guess. January 6th, detention center, visitors room. This is so nerve-wracking meeting to meet our new client. I wonder just what kind of person you tricked and got found guilty. Keep it down, Maya. That kind of talk could ruin me. Ah! Uh-oh. Oh, it's Maggey Byrde. This explains everything. You know, this explains why Gumshoe is upset. I think she did say she was going to quit being a police officer and end up in some kind of restaurant. How could you, Mr. Wright? How could you do this to me? They put me in solitary. I haven't been able to stop crying. Aren't you? Yes, I am. I am totally and utterly let down. Ah, are you? Don't pretend you don't know me. It's me, Maggey. Remember Maggey Byrde? Yeah. Again, this explains why Gumshoe was pissed off. But the better question is, why the hell did he wait a month before bringing this to Fauxnix's attention? Like, this is a very, very valid question. Maggey Byrde. She's the policewoman I defended that one time I was hit in the head with a fire extinguisher. She was accused of murdering her lover. He was a cop, too. What are you doing in here? Didn't I get you a quit? Oh, sure. Very funny. After that fifth-rate defense job, you come in here and start making jokes? You better hurry up and tell her what happened, Nick. Oh, I see. So that's where we stand right now. I'm sorry you've been caught up in another murder. My whole life has been nothing but a whirlwind of bad luck and failures. I vaguely remember her saying the exact same thing last time, but I don't mind. What's one more disaster in my life? At least now the real Mr. Wright is here with me. I won't let the world keep me down, sir. All right. Smile, you're on candid camera. And what's this guard nervous about this time? This guard monitors the visitor's room. I bet they don't get too many waitresses in here. He looks like he's getting a bit restless. Oh, good. And she's now been added to the court record. Waitress at Très Bien. Oh, that's that restaurant what was mentioned in, Rise from the Ashes. It was like just opening or something. And if memory serves, Dawning said that Lost Edgeworth isn't here for this case, which makes sense because it's going to be Godot being the one who does the prosecuting this time. Alright, well, let's present everything first. That badge, is it real? Of course it's real. That's what they all say, but I've been duped before. Give it to me for a sec. Aha! Chomp. She bit into... I don't blame her! Although, to be fair, she should have been very suspicious of a Fauxnix Wright showing up without a little goblin in tow. And I left a few teeth marks, too. I can see that. I just wish I could remember if that means it's real or it's fake. I said it was real, but I don't blame her for assuming it wasn't. I know I used to be on the police force, sir, but I'm incarcerated now, so I can't use my connections to help you. All I can help you out with now is the menu at Très Bien, sir. Aw, don't let it get you down, Maggey. Oh, yeah, I need to ask you about this. Hey, this article's about my case. Can you tell me anything about the guy who was pretending to be me? I figured I had to present that to her. I also figure it's funnier if I do this before I actually talk to her about anything else. Yes, sir. It was the morning after I'd been arrested. I met you in the visitor's room here, sir. Here. You were wearing one of your super sharp suits. I don't have super sharp suits. That should have been the first clue that it wasn't me. Me? Yes, you, Mr. Wright. Arg. Hey, Maggie. Was my evil double I am there too? A Yam. No, Maya's evil double is A Yam. No, I don't remember a phony you, Maya. Which, again, that was your second clue that this wasn't the real McCoy, or the real Noodleman in this case. Because Fauxnix doesn't, like, even in Rise from the Ashes, he still had a little goblin in tow. It just wasn't Maya. Oh. It would have been so cool. I mean, I know she's not a bright spark, Pokey Delta. Also, the other thing being, she literally had the real Fauxnix Wright's phone number from when he was her attorney last time. Then again, I suppose if he showed up out of the blue, she would have had no reason to actually call him, but the fact that he approached her specifically ties in nicely to my theory that he was looking specifically to get her before the real Fauxnix Wright, who he probably knew she had a connection to, if he knows enough about Fauxnix Wright. So he probably wanted to get to her quickly because she's his scapegoat and he's the one who actually did it. Then you got really worked up and passionate. I'm going to get you cleared of this crime. That's not even how I speak. That should have been hint number 3. Okay, I get the picture, but you've met me in person before, so how come you didn't realize that guy wasn't the real me? ... I guess, looking back now, it was a little strange. Only a little. Well, okay, so you were a bit taller than normal, and you looked a bit shady. I always look a bit shady. And your voice was a bit weird. Oh, and you had this kind of funny accent. So the guy was nothing like me then. Oh, I gotta give Nega Fauxnix, or I should say Fauxnix, a funny accent, huh? Okay, I will give Fauxnix Wright a Russian accent. I know at one point in time it was Von Karma's accent to be Russian, but he became more German as he should be. So I'll just give Fauxnix a Russian accent. But he had your spiky hair and blue suit. Oh good, anybody could put on spiky hair and a blue suit. Is that all it takes for someone to imitate me? How about everyone else in the courtroom, like the judge and the observers? Didn't they realize he was an imposter? Everyone had these big question marks on their faces, but it seemed that no one wanted to say anything, sir. This case just keeps getting weirder and weirder. Amusing. So I suppose we should actually learn about what fucking happened. What have you been up to? So how come you're dressed like that, Maggie? Last year you looked so sharp in that police uniform. Humph. I was fired after that incident last year. Oh, I'm sorry. It's okay, I don't mind one bit. I enjoyed being on the force, but I think it was time for me to move on. So, what do you do now? In the second act of The Life of Maggey Byrde, I'm playing the role of a waitress. A waitress? Yes, in a French restaurant. It's a small place, but it's quite fashionable. My charming smile and shapely figure came through for me. And the owner, Mr. Armstrong, hired me straight away, sir. And then you got into this mess straight away, too, right? Yeah, you could put it that way. So what the fuck happened? This whole mess started on the 3rd of last month. And it happened at Très Bien. Très Bien? Yes, it's a restaurant where good service and a friendly smile are always included. Oh. There were 2 men at a table, both drinking coffee. One of them seems to have spiky hair. Also, I'm very suspicious. I feel like one of them is Diego Armando. Again. And then one of the men slipped some poison into the victim's cup. The victim took just one sip and was gasping for air. I was so shocked I passed out. Hey, hold on there, Maggie. What? You keep calling the guy the victim. Didn't you know the guy who was killed? Not at all. I've never even seen the guy before. Oh, see, again, they keep going on and on and on about motive. It's been a thing in case 2-3. It was a thing in case 3-2, right? Where you constantly have to come up with things like motive. But obviously they'll fucking convict someone even if there's no motive and no clear reason for the murder. So she wouldn't have had motive. Yeah, no, but they convicted her anyway. So next time I hear that excuse from the judge, I'm going to say bullshit. And the other man, the killer, you saw him, right? Of course, a good waitress must be attentive to the clientele. So you saw the killer, but you were found guilty of the crime anyway? How come? You tell me, Mr. Wright. Heck! Guess the answer to my question is my phony. Anyway, she saw the killer. Better see if I can get a description of the guy. Guilty verdict. So if you saw the murderer, why were you still convicted? Because no one else saw. Saw what? The other man, the one who put the poison in the victim's coffee. Everyone testified that way. Mr. Armstrong, the customer, everyone. The victim was sitting alone at the table the whole time. But in this one, he doesn't even fucking have a coffee, so this is clearly wrong. But how is that? I mean, it's obviously possible for someone to be sitting at a table by themselves at a restaurant. Oh, he's asking how it's possible that everyone else saw things differently than Maggie. Well, again, Occam's razor, if she was the one being accused of murder, is that she made up the other guy, which is obviously what the judge thought and everyone else thought, so I can see why this is considered suspicious. I don't know, but nobody, not one person would believe me, sir. Even Fauxnix Wright, my one last hope for fair trial, failed me. What a pathetic defense. My granny could have done a better job. I did a better job when I had amnesia. Look, that wasn't me, okay? And then I found something a bit incriminating in my apron pocket. Oh? What? A small bottle of poison. Well, that would do it. What? Poison? It was in your pocket? I thought it was in that locket that Fauxnix got from Dahlia. Well, I passed out. Well, yeah, that makes sense. She passed out, so whoever the guy was slipped it into her pocket. Killer must have slipped the poison into my pocket while I was unconscious. And no one else saw this other guy. No, sir. That's what everybody said, but I don't see how they could have missed him. Then tell me about the other guy. I was the one who took the coffee to the two men. Oh? And what was your impression of them? Well, when I first saw them, I kind of thought they might be in the music industry. In music? How come? Well, one of them had some sort of earpiece, and an emo musician's look about it. And there was a sample CD on the table, sir. An earpiece and a sample CD, huh? Did you get a look at the CD at all? It had a band's name written on it. I think it was MC something. They must have been preparing for their debut, I guess. So it was a band CD, maybe a promo disc? Watch how MC doesn't actually stand for Master of Ceremonies. It's something completely different. Maybe it was MC Screwdriver. Get serious, Maya. Would you buy the CD of a group named that? What was the name of that group again? MC Hacksaw? Are they so I guess obviously they're going for MC Hammer. But they can't say MC Hammer. Stop! Screwdriver time! Just doesn't sound quite as good as stop! Hammer time! No, MC. And what about the killer? What did he... Yeah, we're kind of getting dragged off on a tangent, which I suppose it's me, so that's inevitable, but let's actually figure out what the killer looked like. Well, I don't really remember... Oh, that's also very helpful. Only that he was a young man, well-built like the victim. Really? Mr. Wright, do you think it's possible to get a retrial? I don't know. I don't fucking know how any of this works. Probably. The court ruled in the absence of a genuine defense attorney. So we should be able to get a retrial. Mr. Wright? Huh? Do you think we'll win next time, sir? Given how these trials usually go, yes, but not without a lot of bullshit and shenanigans along the way. My life has been a full-course meal of bad luck, complete with defeat for dessert. Since I was 6 months old when I fell from the 9th floor of my apartment building. I've been hit by all sorts of vehicles, gotten sick from all sorts of foods, failed at almost every test I've taken. That's true. The only reason she got into the police force was because Gumshoe, bumped her test score up. Experienced almost every kind of disaster. I even landed a phony lawyer when I had the misfortune of being accused of murder. But I will survive, because Maggey Byrde always lives to fight another day. And one day I'll find it. Just you wait and see, sir. I'll find that one single moment of good luck. Darg. Fauxnix. I'm just going to call him Fauxnix. First of all, because I have no clue how the fuck to pronounce that. And second of all, because again, that should be one word, not two. Right? It shouldn't be his first and last name. It should just be like the first name or something. Fauxnix is really going to pay for this. But what are you staring at me like that for? But Maya's right. Whoever it is that thought it was a good idea to use my name and get an innocent girl convicted of murder had better watch out. We'll find him, don't you worry. We'll get Fauxnix for you. Thank you. Oh, I'll tell you where Très Bien is then. Right, the restaurant where the murder took place. Yes, sir. When you go, please tell Mr. Armstrong I said hi. Sure. All right, Nick. Let's go check out this restaurant. And it's food! Oh, boy. Maya really likes to eat food. I actually didn't present her with people, did I? Thanks for your help last year. Oh, it was nothing. I'm glad we got you off the hook. I hope you can help me out this year, too. Yeah, me too. It'd be sweet if we could get that verdict overturned. Yep, she wouldn't know Mia. She wouldn't know Godo. because he started being a prosecutor after she was fired. Gumshoe. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. He really looked out for me when I was on the force. Have you seen him recently? No, he's never been to the restaurant. Guess he's not a fan of French cuisine, or he probably just can't afford it. He's an instant noodle type of guy after all. No, that's just all he can afford. Yeah, he prefers the simple things in life, because that's all he can afford. Yeah, see, Phoenix is correct. No matter what happens, I never let things get me down. You're always so positive, aren't you, Maggey? Macho Maggey Byrde, they say. The early bird catches the worm, a bird in the hand. Isn't macho supposed to be like a masculine adjective? I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. Wow, all those phrases are named after you? I never turn my back on anything. You're always so strong, aren't you, Maggey? Macho Maggey Byrde, they say. I'm a tough old bird. Tough old bird, Nick. Hee hee, do you get it? Yeah, I get it. Alright. Let's move to Très bien. Ew. This is far too pink. Hey, look, a coffee stain. Wow, look at this place. Look, more like smell. Oh god, it smells as pink as it is, doesn't it? What is that? What is with that suffocating scent of flowers in here? Then again, girls like that kind of thing, right? Actually, I'm not all that into it. ... No one's coming to see us. Maybe there's no one here. Don't be silly, Maya. This is a restaurant and it's open for business. Hello? Anyone here? ... I don't believe it. There really isn't anyone here. Perfect. Let's get intrusive. If there's no one here, we can take anything we want, especially the food. Yeah, I suppose we can. Alright, let's examine. There's not even any well, I guess there shouldn't be cops here. Because the case is closed and they have a verdict already, so... explains everything. Table. This table's set nicely, it just needs a customer. What do you think this flower is, Nick? Let's see. Well, it doesn't look like a tulip, and it's not a sunflower, I don't think. Duh, even I could have told you that. I mean, Mia definitively needs to have a word with her klepto, but, like, nobody can stop little goblins from being kleptomaniacs. Trust me, I've tried, and I've gotten stabbed in the shins for my troubles. Well, those are the only kinds of flowers that I know. Dagnabbit, I'm a lawyer, not a botanist. Star Trek reference. Good. Can't say I saw that coming today. The window. Wow, it's a beautiful winter wonderland out there. Here in Japanifornia, where it gets to be maybe 60 degrees in the winter, and that's freezing cold. Really? Cool, I love snow. Let me see. Huh? It's not white. It's not even snow. No. It's Japanifornia. You people don't know what an actual winter is. Pokédelt, like, they make references to lots of stuff in these games. So I wouldn't say ripped off, I would say referenced. Like, there was literally one episode of the previous game where there were so many '90s references. I mean, just a couple that I remember off the top of my head was, I think you had, okay, it was '90s and early 2000s. You had Lord of the Rings reference. You had Mo the Clown doing a parody of the A-Team and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So there were a lot there are lots of fun references in this game, and I don't get all of them, but it's always fun to spot them. Gotcha. I was only kidding, Maya. Nick. There are lies that are okay to tell, and lies that definitely aren't. Yeah, but you should have known better than to think that it was... First of all, you were just outside. Second of all, it never snows in Japanifornia. All I did was tell an itty-bitty white lie about non-existent white snow. I knew that was the direction he was going to go. This thing! This restaurant has partitions that separate the tables, which is quite nice. When you're seated at a table, you can only see the tables to your right or left, which do not exist here because we're looking at it from one specific direction. But that's probably important to note. Also would probably explain, I mean, customers over here, or at the table, well, there is no table here, but like this is also a partition. So somebody standing here by the register wouldn't have seen that. Ferme, is that that's not the women's bathroom, is it? No, I think that means something else. This is probably not important. No clues there. This looks important. It's a rack full of fashion magazines, and they're all in French. Why don't you try wearing something a bit more chic sometime, huh, Maya? Yeah, I guess I could. I'm always in my acolyte clothes, aren't I? It'd be fun to wear normal clothes every now and then. Yes, I saw that newspaper. It was not stuffed very carefully behind the rack. And the fact that it's been sitting there for what I assume is a month really goes to show how infrequently they clean around here. And given the fact that this is a restaurant, that is very disturbing. Looks like a sports paper to me. Hey, and look at this. Someone scribbled a little doodle on one of the pages. MC Bomber, huh? And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. Is that supposed to be... That kind of looks like Mask to Mask in the corner. I'm guessing someone picked up on Mask to Mask's popularity and wanted to make a bomber that kind of looked like him, but 100,000 ducks, maybe? $100,000, maybe? I wonder what well, what's her name? Maggie told us about the CD that had MC on it. This paper is from December 3rd. Yeah, so again, no fucking clue how this managed to be there, especially when it was so dang visible. Not a shred of common sense in this universe. At all. Not a bit. This paper's from the day of the poisoning. What? Sports paper added to the court record. Dates from December 3rd. The day of the incident found at Tray BN. Paper from the day of the murder. This has got to be a clue. I should see if I can find out some more about this paper. Rack full of fashion magazines, yada yada yada. We found that sports paper behind this magazine rack earlier. I'd better try to find out everything I can about it. Yes, but there's nobody to talk to. The cash register. Maya, don't go stealing money. Look, it's one of those magical boxes that spits out money. You know, you're the only person who would ever describe a cash register in that way. It's normally where you go and you put your money. This shelf of stuff over here. Look at all the little trinkets tucked away in here. I bet Mr. Armstrong collected all of these personally. Let's see, a bouquet of flowers, some potpourri, and look, fine bone china cups. ... I never knew you were so cultured. Come on, Maya. This is common knowledge. Any Joe Schmo knows this much. I don't see china cups here. Like, I see the bouquet of flowers. I see things that might be considered potpourri. I do not see anything resembling china cups. Don't know what they'd be doing at a French restaurant anyway. And then the door that says Fermé. It's the restaurant's... Oh, that actually makes sense. The restaurant's front entrance. Fermé means closed, doesn't it? So it does actually mean that it's open. There's a sign hanging on the door written in French. It probably says open. Yeah, so the one that's there that we're seeing actually means closed. Which is why Maya said the place was open. Or Nick said the place was open. Must be one or the other, but I don't know which, since I don't know Jacques about French. Yeah, I'm pretty sure fermé means close. Abrir, no, that's Spanish, but abrir would be open. Or something similar, because they are related languages. But fermé means close, because someone told me once in French to shut my mouth, which I think is fermer la bouche, or something. Excuse my horrible American accent, but that would be how I know what the word shut or closed means. And yes, this means that I've been told to close my goddamn mouth in probably at least 4 languages at this point. I don't know if that's a record, but I think it's somewhat impressive. Alright, we should probably take a look at this table. It might not be important. That coffee stain is probably from earlier, because Jesus Christ, if they literally... Well, okay, the police tape is still up. Whatever. This must be the table where the murder occurred. I guess so, with all this police tape all around it. And that stain must be from the poisoned coffee. Don't go licking that tablecloth, okay, Maya? Why would I lick it? I'm not a cat, you know. Then why can I picture you doing just that? That's it. Overt is open in French. Which makes sense. Okay. Is that literally all we can do here? I can't even check this. But alright, I guess that's literally everything I can examine. So, coming here was almost pointless. There's probably nothing left to do, but I'll present the magazine to her. Oh, a sports paper. Let's see. Did Guts and Brawn manage to defend his heavyweight title? Sorry, Maggie, that paper's actually a month old from the day of the murder. And Gutson got knocked out yesterday, I'm afraid. Oh, no. I found this paper in the magazine rack at Très Bien. Really? That's strange. Très Bien doesn't get newspapers. Mr. Armstrong says he's not really fond of them. And sports papers are trash anyway. Then maybe one of the customers left it behind. Anyway, what I want you to take a look at is this scribble here. Aha! That's it, sir! MC Bomber! See, I knew it. I knew that was the name on the CD. That was the name written on the CD. Phoenix, you can't fool me. You didn't think. You can't think. I guess it was an MC Screwdriver after all, huh? So, the $100,000 must be a down payment for a record deal, right? If someone gave me $100,000, I'd sing for sure. The Master of Kurain, or the Spirit Song, or even Maya's theme. Okay, Maya. So if the sampled CD was on the victim's table, that means this newspaper may have belonged to the victim. You're right. So the victim left this behind on the day of the murder, huh? And the murderer didn't pick this thing up and put it in a garbage can where it would have been picked up like literally later that day, or at the very least a week later if it was like in a dumpster somewhere. Instead, he decided to do the most logical thing he could think of and shove it behind a fucking bookcase, which he didn't even do very well. Bunch of brain geniuses in this universe. I think we better step up the investigation, don't you, Nick? I agree. New talking point now. But there's really nowhere else to go. So let's go back to the criminal affair. No, literally nothing. What the hell am I supposed to do now? Don't fucking tell me that I had to go from the office to the detention center to Très Bien to the detention center back to Très Bien. What kind of fucking bullshit is it? And now magically someone else is going to be here. Oh la la! Bonjour! Welcome to la Très Bien. Oh hell! Oh? What happened to Maya? She's frozen stiff. What the fuck is this guy? Bienvenue! Welcome to my petit restaurante. Huh? B Avenue? Oh non, my petit tulip. Huh? Me? A tulip? Look at his face, like a kitten that got rejected by his own mother. You are fatigued, non? Ours. You need this. An aromatic bath. Oh, hey, that's a bot. Deleted. An aromatic... I can't do French, can I? Oh. I don't fucking know, Pokey Delta. I could... Okay. Homework before next stream. Go rewatch Monty Python and the Holy Grail to get an idea of what to do for a French accent. And then start shouting that I fart in people's general directions. Actually, that's another thing that they ripped off in this game. Was it's only a flesh wound, they've said multiple times. So, yeah, they've ripped on Monty Python before. This would just be an extension of that. You think I need it? What? Oui, just add a couple of drops of this mixture to the bath water, and voila! It will soothe your body and your mind. It is simply fantastic. Really? And for la monsieur? La monsieur? Who, me? Look at that face, like the puppy rejected by life itself. You are fatigued, non? For you, monsieur, I recommend this. Oil of bergamot. And maybe hint of oui. I will add la peppermint and la clary sage for a fragrance exceptional. Such an invigorating recipe will bring out your delicious beauty, monsieur. But what the fuck is the matter with you? Alors, if you will be seated, I will bring you a special menu of the day. Actually, we're not here to eat. We're lawyers. My bien sûr! I know this already, monsieur. You are la Fauxnix, right, non? Yes, you know me? Mas oui. I never forget a man who flirts with me, especially in court. The fuck? I guess he was cross-examined by our mysterious Fauxnix. It looks like everyone to do with this case already knows who I am already. But of course, I'm not I'm me. I wonder what sort of impression Fauxnix has been leaving on people, don't you? The problem, Pokey Delta, is I don't remember that, like, I don't remember the anime in that great a detail from so many years ago. Allow me to introduce my... Now I'm going back to Russian. Allow me to introduce myself to you... Again, I'm going back to Russian. I don't know why I go to Russian, but that's going to be Fauxnix's accent when I see him. And then I won't be able to do Russian because I'll have forgotten it. Oui, allow me to introduce myself to you again. I am Jean Armstrong Enchanté. Anything else I can examine, or anything that I can examine? Oh, I can examine this again. It's a rack full of fashion magazines, and they're all in French. Looks like Mr. Armstrong doesn't get any newspapers. Well, it wouldn't exactly suit the feel of this place, would it? Why don't you try wearing something a bit more chic? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it'd look stunning in some of those Parisian frocks, huh? Found this sports paper behind the magazine rack earlier. Better try to find out. Yes. Okay, I guess I can't check anything and everything else. Well, whatever. It was worth a shot. Talk. Très bien. So, what does très bien mean? I know très, that means 3, right? Non. Très bien is français. In English, you would say very good. Oh, very good. Oui, exactement. L'atmosphere is très bien, and la cuisine is très bien. If the food's so good, why aren't there any customers in here? My cuisine is not for all. Some people say do not appreciate la hot cuisine. I thought everyone liked hot cuisine. Since I have lost Maggey, I do not have enough ends. So you're running this place on your own now? Oui, for the moment. No one is entered my advertisement. Oh, pour moi. Please don't eyeball me while you say that. I have my own restaurant, and I make noodles, which are more Italian than French. I am le chef, I am le manager. I am also a trained aromatherapist. A roaming what? A practitioner of the aromatherapy, the art of soothing the soul with the delicate floral aromas. Delicate? The smell coming from that bottle earlier was anything but. What happened, man? So, could you tell me what you know about the incident? Bien, it makes me sad to remember it, yet I remember it so well. More than a month has passed since it happened. Yeah, I guess it's been about a month since Maggie's sentencing. So it was the 3rd of last month, just after 1 in the afternoon. A man who was in here for coffee suddenly became ill. Because of the poison in his coffee. That is the truth as I know it. It was Maggey who took his drink to him. I was in the kitchen. I heard the sound of someone collapsing. When I came out to see what it was, he was already slumped in his chair. So that explains how he never saw another guy, because at that point in time, she was the waitress, he was the chef, so he spent his whole time in the kitchen just taking the orders. He was dead? Mon Dieu, oui, he was dead. Maggey had passed out also. And this man who died, was he alone? Oui, monsieur. All alone. I know that Maggey said there was someone else, but... I see. The police, they asked me many times, are you sure there was no one else at the table, they asked. But I am not the only one. The old man said the same thing. Old man? Oh god, it's fucking Yami Yugi back from the grave again. What old man? I don't give a damn about him. I'm just gonna start presenting stuff. Please, monsieur, there is no need to show me that. You are Mon Phoenix right, the best defense attorney in town. I think I can imagine how he formed this completely wrong impression of me. The last time we met, did I show you this badge? Oui, you flashed it to everyone in the restaurant. Well, that is a typical thing that Phoenix does. Looks like Fauxnix is a bigger fan of flashing stuff than you are, Nick. Present. I am not a lawyer myself. I do not wish to speak out of turn. But your defense in court that day was a little, how do you say, lacking, perhaps. Even a Frenchman who cannot speak any English could have done a better job. You were very cool, though. Ooh, oui, oui, so handsome. Wow, I wonder just how bad the defense could have been. Again, he probably deliberately tanked the case because he's the guilty one. Every time you opened your mouth, the whole courthouse stirred. Oh man, that is something I don't want to imagine. You're gonna have to tell me about this sports paper. We found this sports paper in the magazine rack here. One of my customers must have left it behind. Do you have any idea which customer it was? The only ideas I have, mademoiselle, I save for my kitchen. Ooh la la, you have such a pretty smile, my petite tulip. Who, me? Oui, la smile is the most important thing for us girls, n'est-ce pas? Sure. If you want a job here, it is yours, precious. That's decidedly not French. That was getting back to... You know what? Never mind. I don't even fucking know what accents I'm doing at this point. Mia? Mon Dieu, what beauty! That's my sister. Ah, oui, another delight. But you have a certain je ne sais quoi that I do not sense from your sister. Namely that you are alive, and I am guessing that she is dead. I do? So sorry, red eye. Thrust out your feminine feature. Armstrong, what the hell? Do not lose heart, my filly, filet. You're a woman extraordinaire. Do I look like I need cheering up or something? It probably doesn't know. Felicitations, queses? The heck? Je no comprehend? Nick, don't just make something up. Yeah, that's nothing. Maggey. Maggey was a policewoman once, n'est-ce pas? Yes, but she had to quit for, reasons beyond her control. Oui, she was last suspect in a murder investigation, non? Oh, you know about that? That is why I gave her la perfume for la happiness. Happiness perfume? Oui, blended from bergamot like I have given you to you before. But she's been arrested again, and found guilty this time. This is true. Her natural aroma of happiness must have been very strong. Just admit it, your perfume doesn't work. I am not surprised she was la prime suspect. After something like that took place before my very eyes. Something like what? What is this guy talking about? Does this mean Maggey did have a motive? We've got to ask this guy for more info, stat. But first, I'll talk to him about himself. 39. It is apt to imagine, I know, but I was an apprentice for 5 years in Maggey Paris. No, that is decidedly not hard to imagine. For both of those words. Wow, in Paris? It was something like something the chef there said to me that made me decide to open my own restaurant. What was it? Get the fuck out of my own restaurant! Well, okay, I was close. That awful man said to me, you must train for another 10 years. Oh, it was such a shock, unexpected, but you would have to be a fool to do this, non? Alright, so I got a couple more talk options with this guy, but I need more tea. And my French accent sucks, and is probably horribly offensive. So I'm gonna take a quick break, and I'm not gonna listen to any French or German or I'll try to I'll try to remember to listen to Monty Python's French guy shouting for like 5 hours before my next stream, which will probably end up being more offensive, but whatever. I'm just gonna take a quick break here, so I'll BRB. Alright, like I said, it wasn't going to take me so long on Mac. Tell me about this old man. So who is this old man you mentioned? At the time of the murder, there was another customer in here. What? Someone else saw it? Masui, as usual, he came alone that day. At the time of the murder, he was here, he saw it too. But he said the same thing, that there was no one else at the victim's table. But Maggie swears there were two people. Mademoiselle. The lawyer, he could not prove this, none, but he was an incompetent buffoon. About the lawyer? That was me, I suppose? Mas bien sûr. Wow, he's the first person who said it wasn't me? Don't kid yourself, Nick. Humph. Now who's the one who's making stuff up? So what's Maggie's motive, then? When Maggie took the coffee over to the victim, did anything happen? Oh, oui, I suppose you could say so. So what happened? None, it was nothing. Look, Maggie says she didn't even know the guy, but she's still been indicted for murder. The prosecution must have come up not necessarily, no. Oui, it is the truth. If there was anything at all between Maggie and the victim, it could be relevant. So please, tell us anything you know. Uh-oh. I don't want to get to this guy's bottom. I thought getting to the bottom of Larry Butts was bad. This is worse. No way. What are we going to do, Nick? We'll just have to remove... What the... What's wrong? The Magatama? It's... got... What? The fuck? Who stole my Magatama? Huh? I had it in my pocket, but it's vanished into thin air? What? You lost my Magatama, Nick. But I could see the Cyclops? Maybe that means the Magatama's nearby. Did you steal my Magatama? Mr. Armstrong, can I just confirm something with you again? The table where the victim was sitting, was anyone else sitting there? ... That is a question you will have to ask him yourselves. What? Huh? Him? The old man spends all of his time dans the park. The park? Oh, a park? What park's that? Behind the restaurant, it's called Vitamin Square. Thank you. What the fuck kind of park is called Vitamin Square? Je vous en prie, my dear. Let's go check out this Vitamin Square right now, Nick. Sure enough, the Magatama's gone. But I just had it earlier when I was presenting shit to him. Alright. Who stole my Magatama? Maya, was it you? I mean, technically that wouldn't be stealing because it's yours, but... like, this is not a good time for practical jokes, little goblin. Also, how the fuck would someone know about the Magatama? Whoever was impersonating me... I mean, obviously didn't do an excellent job at the impersonating factor of it, but must have done their fucking research. Vitamin Square. What the fuck is this place gonna look like? Snowy was saying earlier that this stream needed more mangoes. I don't see any mangoes. I see a strawberry, an apple, some oranges, and what I'm guessing is maybe a. Well, that's not a grape. It could be a grapefruit. But why the fuck is this called Vitamin Square? And why does an old man hang out at a playground? Like, there's a difference between a park and a playground. What the fuck is an old man doing here? So this is Vitamin Square. Yeah, I see where they're getting the name from now. The fruits scream, "Vitamins!" to you. Hey, Nick, that's the guy, right? Isn't that the old man Mr. Armstrong was talking about? That grouchy-looking grandpa? He's throwing seeds out for the pigeons. Maya, he's not throwing seeds for them. He's throwing seeds at them. Who the fuck is this guy with the giant nose? I like his theme song. It does kind of scream grumpy old man. It's very catchy. Dun, dun, dun. Ugh, my grumpiness threat level has just been raised to red, just like that guy's nose, which looks kind of like a tomato, which is a fruit and would belong in this park. Forget him. Examine everything. The sand. I used to love sandboxes like you wouldn't believe. Really? You? Sure. Finding iron fillings in the sand with the magnet was my favorite thing to do. Iron fillings? Well, that's too exciting for words. It was my ambition to collect every single shred of iron in the sandbox. I was such a kid back then. So, did you manage to get all the iron? No, I never did. I think I came close, though. Come to think of it, I still have all the iron fillings I found way back when. You want them? No. Banana! Hey, it's a banana! Snowy used to like bananas, then he was on about pineapples, now he's about mangoes, but let's look at the banana. This place is so fruity. That's not a bad thing. Besides, I love apples. They're among my favorites. Then that apple slide is perfect for you. ... And what is so perfect about it? Oh, come on. Don't be a stick in the mud. Slide down it a few times. Go on. Woo! No way! I'd get covered in sand if I slid down that slide. Anyone could see that. Yeah, you're right. Otherwise, I'd give it a try, too. Hey, I found a shiny pigeon. See, all these pigeons are gray, and this one is white. It must be a rare shiny. I'm gonna catch it. It's a tiny rake. Water fountain. No clue there. Trees. No clues there. Bah, pigeons. But more to the point, job listings, eh? Oh, there's a magazine here. It's a magazine full of job listings. You disgusting rogue, picking up something someone else threw away. Threw away? Did you throw this away? Are you looking for a job? Kah! That's none of your business. Sorry, I guess I'll just take the magazine with me then. I don't want anyone else having it. Give it back! Too bad. Now that you want it so bad, I don't want to give it up. Picked up from a... I guess technically those oranges count as benches, but sure. Picked up from a bench in Vitamin Square, thrown away by the old man. Hey, that's mine! Pigeons. Give me the shiny one. Hey, look, pigeons. Yeah, and heaps of them too, including a shiny. Got any Pokeballs on you, Maya? Did you know that pigeons are a symbol? You're thinking doves. Yeah, that's a dove, not a pigeon. ... Poor things. So they can't be symbols of peace and harmony just because they're gray? Is that it? You're overthinking this one by just a smidge, Maya. Alright, that's everything I've got to examine. Present attorney's badge. Excuse me, sir. Could I just ask you about this? ... Sir? Here you go, boy. Added some pigeon feed sound to you. This wasn't exactly what I was hoping to get out of this guy. More pigeon feed. I like this guy. Lots of pigeon feed. Alright, well tell me about this since you wanted it so bad. And he's just gonna throw more pigeon feed at me. Even more pigeon feed. Even more pigeon feed. Okay. Anything about her? No. Here you go, boy. How does some pigeon feed sound to you? Yeah, so he just does literally the same thing for everything. Fine. Let's talk to this grumpy old man. What did you see? Excuse me. ... Would you mind if I had a word with you? Yes! I just want to ask you a couple of questions. What's the matter with you? Can't you see I'm busy? So you don't like my seeds, eh, pigeons? He's really chucking those seeds at them. It's gotta hurt. Go on, eat this! Excuse me, sir, can I ask you about Maggey Byrde? I don't know any Maggey Byrde. Yes, you do. Maggie, the waitress at Très Bien. It's a disgrace, I tell you. An utter disgrace. A disgrace? An innocent young girl revealing herself like that. Revealing? You mean her uniform? The youth of today, they just don't have any shame. No shame, I tell you. Not 1 ounce. Whatever happened to the old Bushido values of Japan? Like honor and modesty. What about me? I'm not wearing anything revealing. Your problem is you lack any sense of grace. Talk about hitting a girl where it hurts. Do you go to Très Bien a lot? Humph! That miserable excuse for a restaurant? That garbage they serve in there is not food. Where's the sushi? The tempura? The rice? Très Bien is a French restaurant, sir. Where do you think we are, boy? In Paris? I want real food, not those snooty snacks. We're in Japanifornia, damn it! They better have Japanese food in Japanifornia. And what about those shameless girls? You mean the waitresses? You can see all the way up there. Yes, the waitresses. They're practically naked. It's a disgrace, isn't it? Well, isn't it? Listen, it's not my restaurant. It's a miserable excuse for a restaurant, that place. Miserable! That's why I go there every day. To stare at the waitresses. He certainly knows the place. He must be... Yeah, no, the chef told us. But if he hates it so much, why does he... The waitress is dummy. He fucking told you. Are you a regular at that restaurant, sir? Dut, dut, dut. It's just, if you dislike it so much, why would you keep going there? Dut, dut, dut. Sir? There you are, you filthy pigeons. You want food? Ha ha, take that. He must be hiding something, right? If he is, I should be able to... You don't have your fucking Magatama. Yeah. A little slow as you... But Maya's got one around her neck, except it's not charged. Oh, wait. I don't exactly have the Magatama right now, huh? Remember, Nick, that Magatama is only on loan. You'd better find it or else. If Pearls ever gets wind of this, I'm going to be in a world of pain. You get beaten up by a 9-year-old girl. Then again, you had an 18-year-old tracking a 33-year-old or 32-year-old detective last time, so in this universe, I suppose anything is possible. What the fuck was the point of this thing? I mean, I guess it's the fucking magazine, so let's go back to Très Bien. Mademoiselle! Yes? Are you looking for a job? What? No, I was just... Let me see. Your style is a bit different, but you have a good face. Different? Felicitations, you are best. I will hire you. Bien, come with me. I will teach you everything that I know. Nick, help! I don't know whether to laugh or feel bad for Maya. Maybe I should do both. Well, Maya's been abducted. And now in Maya's absence, there's a ton of stuff I can... I wonder if that was something I had to do, or if that was just something I could do. Those clothes in these are absolutely atrocious. Some of them have been circled in red. ... I really hope Mr. Armstrong is not thinking of buying those. He might be. There's a bunch of little trinkets on the shelf by the door. Mr. Armstrong collected all of these personally. It's really tight behind the cash register counter. Can Mr. Armstrong even get in there? And if he got in, could he get out again? That's an excellent question. Mr. Armstrong must be a pretty big neat freak. He already has this table ready to go. Now, if only the food in this... You've never had the food from this place! You've literally never had the food from this place. Why is it... I still don't understand why... I mean, lucky for us, it's still under investigation. But I don't see why it's still under investigation a month later. Nothing else from this guy. Look, buddy, I know you dropped this. What is it about that you're looking at for it? And yeah, I can examine everything else when I think back to when I was young. I wonder if I found what I found so great about playing in the sandbox. Okay. That's a bad idea, Phoenix, yeah. I mean, look, the old man probably scares the kids away. Pigeons are so busy pecking at the seeds they don't notice anything else. Reminds me of Maya when she's scarfing down a burger. No, Phoenix, you really should be looking for another job. Alright, well, I'm moving back to the detention center because I don't have a Maya with me anymore. She was abducted by Armstrong. Looks like they have Maggey and... Why? Why do they still Why are they still investigating? Why do they still have Maggey in questioning when the trial is over and they got a guilty verdict? Criminal Affairs Department. Well, pal, have you found the evidence yet? The one that's gonna find her innocent? No, not yet. We've only just started our investigation. Well, whatever you need to know, I'll give you the doit on it. I'm putting off all my other cases for now, pal. She's really fired up about this. Oh, yeah, one more thing. The retrial's been approved. Court's sitting at 10 a.m. tomorrow. And Godot's gonna be the prosecutor. Oh, joy. Him. Now listen up, pal. If Maggey's found guilty again... yes? I'll make sure you get locked up for good for it. Got it? Jesus Christ, Gumshoe. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Hitting the gas is like hitting the fast-forward button on your life. No, that's too obscure. You don't really get the you'll die before your time idea. I need something more direct, something a bit more lighthearted. Something like, hitting the gas is your passport. What? He must be coming up with slogans for a safety campaign, I guess? Hey, Gumshoe. Blue Badger's got a buddy now, a wife now. No matter what, whenever I come here, that mascot's there to greet me. You's got that right. That's the Blue Badger. It was my idea, I made it, and now it's the national symbol of the police force. So what's with the pink one? It's new, right? Yep, meet the Pink Badger. So one's called Blue and the other's called Pink, but they're both called Badger. You's got it. They're married. So should I expect to see Baby Badger next? Oh God, watch how I see Baby Badger next time I'm in here. Chief, what are you glued to your computer for this time? What? Boys and coffee waitress gets a retrial. I knew it. I knew there was something funny about the taste of this coffee. Okay, you brought me this coffee today. Hands up. Yeesh, have a little faith in your subordinates. Quit surfing the net, Chief. See, sorry, I was just, things feel pretty tense in here. And even though it's probably the same thing, must always check out that Babes in Uniform calendar. The Tiny's badge. Is that thing real, pal? Why does everyone keep asking me that, and why does it have teeth marks in it? I wonder what this phony of yours is like. You had Maggey found guilty of murder, doesn't that tell you? I've got to track this creep down. I wasn't at the trial myself, but I asked this one detective I know how your defense was. What did he say? He started off by saying, I'm at a complete loss for words. But he must have found some quick because he went on about how bad you were for about an hour. But he said you sucked so much it seemed like you were trying to... Yes! Yes! This is the thing. You was trying to get Maggey found guilty. Looked like I was... Yes. That makes perfect sense to me. It's why someone would impersonate a defense attorney. Hey, what's that? A sports paper? Yeah, I found it in the magazine rack at Très Bien. It's dated the same day as the murder. You may be onto something here. And take a look at this. See this writing here? MC Bomber A. What is it? I've heard that name somewhere before. Oh yeah, MC Bomber. Wow, he actually seems to be thinking for once. That gets no good. I can't remember. And he goes back to being the Gumshoe we all know and love. Hey, pal, I'm gonna borrow this paper for a bit, okay? I want to get a handwriting analysis done on this scribble. Handwriting, huh? It would be good to know more about that in any case. Hey, thanks, pal. I bet this'll turn out to be an interesting clue. Sports paper given to Detective Gumshoe. Okay, job listings. What do you make of this? Sorry, pal. All I can think about is Maggey at the moment. But you would better keep a hold of that magazine. After that trash job you did at defending Maggey, you'll be looking for another job in no time. No, I didn't mean it like that. I meant, You don't have to explain, really. Hey, so how come she's not with yous today? She's working down at the restaurant right now. Working, huh? Yeah, it's tough being broke. I would know. Okay. Next time I see her, I'll show her how to make the world's best instant noodles. We low earners have to stick together. It's the only way. Why is he shaking my hand with such enthusiasm? It's not untrue, Phoenix. When the fuck do your clients actually pay you? She cross-examined me once, yous know. What, Mia did? Yeah, that was us. The big guns locking horns. Witness voices lawyer. It was a battle of gunning tactics and tricks. And she kicked my ass, buddy. But the witness isn't supposed to play any tricks. I can't believe she's gone. That's the guy who's gonna be the prosecutor in Maggey's retrial tomorrow. Oh, really? He was working on a bunch of more important cases at the moment. But he canceled them all just so he could take yous on, pal. Despite the fact that it was clearly Winston Payne the last time this case happened, and he didn't seem to give a fuck about that. Which could imply that he knows that the Fauxnix wasn't actually you. Why is that guy so determined to see me fail? You sure attract a lot of attention, huh? Too bad it's all the wrong kind. I'm such a loser. I had high hopes for Maggey. I was gonna make her the best detective there ever was. But then all of a sudden she was charged with murder and arrested. I never saw it coming. I never imagined they'd find her guilty. I hate myself for not being able to do anything. It's alright, Detective Gumshoe. We still have a chance to make this right. ... You know what? You're not such a bad guy after all, pal. Have you gone to see Maggey? Of course I have, but I wasn't much good at consoling her. I'm not very good with words. Oh. Yeah, I guess I must have looked a bit down. Maggey was really supportive of me, but that was the last thing she needed at that point in time. It was great to have someone to talk to. Did he go to her for... Did he go for her or for himself? Armstrong? Hey, that's the chef of Très Bien, huh?
You know what that chef said to me? Ooh la la, your body is full of... Ooh la la, your body is full of... toxins. Texans. Texans? Your body is full of Texans. And then he gave me this bottle. What's in it? I don't know. The label says juniper. I'm under orders to put a few drops of it in my bath every day. Under orders. Yeah, you know, there's something about that lady. I mean, guy. Huh? You can't stop thinking of... What the fuck is this? What the fuck is going on here? Not like that, Belle. Give me a break. He's not my type. You know Maggey Byrde is my type. Well, fuck. You knew that anyway, though. I mean, I can't stop thinking he's involved with this case somehow. Sounds like he knows a little more about something, a little something more about our charming chef. I'm guessing that opened a new talk option. Hey, that's true. It did. Maggey Byrde. So the guilty party was Maggey Byrde, huh? Yeah, back when she was on the police force. You were her mentor when she was a rookie, right? Yeah, I kept a close eye on her. I mean, not too close, you know? ... Hey, what's with those funny looks, pal? I was just a... it wasn't anything like, Look, sure, I was a boss when she was doing a training. But that was it. Nothing happened. She sure is sweating up a storm over nothing. We knew this already, Phoenix. I don't like her or anything. I was... Dag! Note to self, gossip with Maya about this later. Look, Belle, don't tell anyone. You just gotta keep it a secret, okay? Sure. And would you mind not guessing what I'm thinking all the time? Hey, tell your face, pal, not me. You'd have to be blind not to see what's on your mind. True. The victim. So I was wondering, who the hell is the victim? Glenn Elg. That's a palindrome. Glenn Elg. He was a computer programmer. I see. A programmer. He was just a regular Joe working for a small-time computer firm. Maggey never had any contact with that guy before that day. And all she did was take him his coffee on the day of the moita, pal. Like any waitress would do. Maggey also claimed to have never seen the guy before. It makes sense. Did the victim go to the restaurant often? Not according to the chef. Said it was the first time he'd seen the guy. The programmer. And a first-time customer at that. What possible reason could Maggey have had to kill a guy like that? That's what I thought. But a motive was still somehow established in a trial. You're kidding. What was her supposed motive? Sorry, pal, I'm real busy. I haven't even got enough time to sift through these papers. Look into it yourself, okay? What could this motive have been? This isn't really a proper investigation. I'm kind of working on it by myself. Oh, that's right, and it makes sense because the trial was concluded with a guilty verdict. The judge already ruled on the case, and all the evidence is in already. The only problem is with Maggey's testimony. Yeah, doesn't sound very good for us, huh? Look, pal, I've got a mountain of papers on this case to look over before tomorrow. So I'm just gonna say this. Maggey Byrde's no liar. She's She's... Okay, so she's a little bit out this, and a bit off base sometimes. But she was a good cop.
It's not exactly complimentary, you know. So what do you think really happened? And just how contradictory is her testimony?
Contradictions! Hey, the biggest problem with Maggie's testimony is the number of people at the table.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Maggey still insists there was another guy sitting with the victim.
Right, but get this. Everyone else in the place says the guy was alone, even the chef. And then there's that CD.
Yes, the CD, she did mention it. And there was a sample CD on the table, yes.
But our guys turned that place upside down. There was no CD.
What?
Not on the table, not anywhere in the whole restaurant, pal.
So, someone could snag a CD and get in and out of the restaurant with nobody noticing, but they were so stupid about hiding that sports paper. But didn't Maggey say the victim was wearing an earpiece too?
Yeah, but that was for the portable radio in the front pocket of his hoodie.
A radio? He didn't have a CD player?
You's got it. Your phony never explained that contradiction at all.
Come to think of it, the owner of Trebian didn't mention that CD either. I don't know why, but I get the feeling Mr. Armstrong's got something to hide. Well, let's learn about that charming chef. So what exactly is it that caught your attention about the chef at Trebian?
It's kinda hard to say. The guy's probably not even connected with the case anyway.
Hey, come on, detective. Didn't you say you'd give me the dirt on anything?
Well, this sort of stuff is kinda unimportant gossipy stuff. You's no pal. Look, how about this? You go to Trebian and investigate the place for yourself. And if you find out anything suspicious about the guy, you report back to me, okay?
Don't suppose I get a choice in this, huh? Guess I better find out more about the chef and Trebian and report back to... The fuck is this case just bouncing me all over everywhere? For, like, no good reason. But alright, can't even fucking go to Trebian from here. The scent of flower sure is strong. It's almost making me dizzy. What the? Oh. Hi? What's with the bandages on your head? Oh, hello? Who was that just now? A customer? She had a sort of dark aura about her. Ah, welcome. Be having you. Wow, what a cute voice. What the? Maya! Oh, it's just you, Nick. But Maya! Well, how do I look? ... Maybe you should quit being a spirit medium. Maybe, but it's kind of boring being a waitress. I mean, you're my first ever customer. Then who was that woman I just saw? Oh, since you're here, you might as well have something to eat. ... I am kind of hungry, actually.
Did that lady take my Magatama? That lady took my Magatama. Well, Maya's Magatama. Maya, if you really, really, really wanted to find a job, you could have just used this magazine. Sorry, Nick. I'm a waitress now. I've got a pile of work waiting for little old me. She gets abducted, turned into a waitress, and like all of a sudden she was reluctant, but she like got so swept up. I'm not surprised. Fine. Tell me about being a waitress. So, how do you like your new job, Maya? I know. You were just saying it was boring. Make up your mind. I never knew there was so much for a waitress to do. Take people's orders, bring them their food, make coffee, work the cash register. And I can't eat their food, drink their coffee, or steal from the cash register. It's horrible, Nick. Of course, we need a customer before I can do any of that. Yeah, it's a nice-looking restaurant. It's a shame more people don't come. Don't forget about the ultra-cute waitress. Check it out. Check out my Gimme a Tip smile. All right. Well, tell me about the lunch special. Hey, Nick, why don't you order something? You know I'm fucking broke. The chef's preparing a tasty lunch set at the moment, or so he says. How much is it? It's the twin tea set, so it's $20, of course. The twin tea set. I believe I'll be taking a pass on that. It's kind of expensive. I mean, $20 for an entree these days. You're probably not going to get much cheaper, at least as far as I know in kosher restaurants. What? But you can't. Come on, Nick. It's not every day I get to be a waitress. I want to try carrying plates and working the cash register. That way I can steal from it. How about cleaning the toilets? That should keep you busy. Yeah, right. Maybe, no, the waitresses should not be the ones cleaning the toilets. Hello, Zadnator. Welcome to Maya's new life as a waitress. About the lunch? Oh, a fine choice, sir. No, Kitchen, a lunch special, please. God damn it, Maya. With all the extras, drink, side salad, dessert, and gift. I don't need any of that. Just a moment, please, sir. God damn it, Maya. Maya's really getting into this. So how much is this set lunch then? $20, huh? But with the drink, side salad, and dessert, it's $45! Hey, wait a sec, Maya. Sorry to keep you waiting, sir. Here you are, our deluxe Fortify lunch set. Okay, definitely doesn't look kosher. Whoa! A dish inspired by lobster and abalone fricassee with a balsamic vinaigrette. Bon appetit! Thanks? Come on, Nick. Hurry up and try it already. Lobster, huh? Alright. Down the hatch it goes. ... Well? Are you hungry, Maya? I'm starving! Here, it's yours. Really? ... Remember, Maya, my wallet doesn't print money, so you better polish off that plate. ... I just remembered. I've got to clean it. No, the waitress should not be the one who cleans the toilets. That is very unsanitary. Hey, you can't be in that much of a hurry to clean the toilets. Travian lunch special added to the court record. Cost $20 despite how unbelievably bad it tastes. Okay. How does that guy manage to make good food taste so bad? Hey, Nick, want to take a peek at the kitchen? The kitchen, huh? Not a bad idea. Okay. Now what was it that Maggie said again? In the kitchen you'll get to see all the chef's greatest... I don't remember her saying that, but sure. In the kitchen. That sounds tasty. Hey, wait up, Maya. What is it? I'm pretty busy right now. Weren't you going to show me around? Tisk, there goes my plan to find some cool clue and show it off in your face. I'd better conduct the search in the kitchen myself. I'm guessing this is... well... Yep. Good Lord. And here it is, the famous Travian kitchen. It's my first time in here too, actually. ... There is a weird atmosphere in here, that's for sure. Mr. Armstrong will be back soon, so we'd better search quickly. Chop, chop. Okay. Now this is one large mirror. I bet this is where he makes himself look pretty. There's a book on the dresser. Cloris Armstrong's Bedtime Literature. What? Not exactly Pulitzer Prize material, is it? It looks like a collection of poems he's written. Poems? Cool. Read one out. And say it in your best French accent. With intensity, okay? Okay, here's one. It's called Printemps. The two of them like actors from a film. The coffee is still undrunk. Sweet nothings over too soon. On that sad Sunday morning, the foolish cocktail so delicious. Take the last sip of your tea, and I know what I will do. I must lie to you, I must, for I am French. Ha, that's it. Yup, that's a poem for you. Man, this guy is trash at everything he tries. Now I know I'm in a French restaurant. I've never heard of most of these seasonings. Hey, Nick. This container has oyster sauce? What's that? It's a sauce peppered with Yiddishisms, because they're always saying oi. Isn't that used in Chinese food? Heck, look! Right there on the counter. Oh hey, the Magatama is there. My Magatama! What's it doing there? What indeed? Magatama put into pocket on loan from Maya, recovered in the kitchen of Très Bien. Well, good for that. We saw this before. And look at these knives. They look really sharp, except for the one that's a square. I'd like to see how one of those slices through a cheesecake. A cheesecake? You don't exactly need a sharp knife through one of those, Nick. That smells good. Something's bubbling away nicely in that pot. It must be the lobster and abalone fricassee with the balsamic vinaigrette. Isn't that what I just ate for lunch? Maybe. What you ate is the only French dish I know the name of. Alright. Ooh. Yes. What are these lace curtains for? I don't know, but they give the place a real homey feel, don't they? Lace curtains. You know, if I was a cooking pot, I'd be perfectly happy to sit on a shelf under those. How do you respond to something ridiculous like that? What the heck else is even in here? Oh yeah, bottles of nothing. What's this? It looks like a treasure chest or something. Wow, look at all these little bottles. Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many they're overflowing onto the floor. Let's see. 1, 2, 3... 98, 99, 100. They're all the same, too. Hey, wait a minute. Yeah, he was saying they're all different earlier. Interesting. What is it? There's one bottle that's different from all the others. Well, what do you know? And it doesn't have a label either. And it doesn't smell. So what's that liquid inside then, I wonder? Hey, Nick, we should borrow this. I mean, look at how many bottles he's got. He won't miss one, will he? What do you want to bet that's fucking poison? Found in the kitchen, shape is different from the other bottles, contents unknown. I guess that's everything in here. Can't even talk to her about what we just saw. And I couldn't present that to her in the kitchen. No. Alright, so let's move to Vitamin Square. See what that old guy's gotta say. The old guy's not here anymore. But there's a Vespa. A scooter, huh? Who'd leave it right in the middle of a park like this? The wheel guard and light are busted. I guess it must have been in an accident. It's totally wrecked. Hey, what do you think you's doing with my what? Who the fuck is this guy? Spiky hair and an accent, but bright red skin. Fauxnix wrong, I presume. Comrade, what do you think you's doing with... I can't do the New York words with a Russian accent. So I'm just gonna give him the fucking Russian accent that he deserves. What do you think you're doing with my bike, comrade? No, I was just... War, you've been messing with my new ride. Is that what you've been doing there, comrade? New ride? Isn't that kind of an old model? You're going to pay for this. It wasn't me. I was just passing by. Joe, I'm not ending for like an hour and a half. Oh, really, comrade? If it was not you, then who's the one... Then why is my saddle covered in crap then, comrade? You're going to pay, you catch my drift? No, wait a second. I'm not a pigeon, so I couldn't have done it. Wise guy, eh? Nobody leaves long in Mother Russia with that kind of attitude, comrade. I got the bust. I'm going to beat the borscht out of you. You'll feel like you were kissing. Trying to think of a Russian metaphor instead of the express train. The Mayak chemical train. Uh-oh. You had better watch your back, comrade. This is not over yet. I'm going to round up a group of lawyers. Oh, so he's threatening to sue me, huh? Oh, I'm alright, Joe. How are you? And then we will all come to your house, and we will make borscht and pierogies from your body. Actually, I'm a lawyer myself. What are you saying, comrade? I'm Fauxnix Wright, attorney at law. Oh, this is very amusing, comrade. Very, very amusing. Fauxnix Noodleman, you're saying you? Yes, pierogi. This guy's got borscht for brains, especially since I am not capital Y-O-U. I'm capital M, capital E. Get that through your thick skull, Fauxnix wrong. Yes, I am in fact the original Fauxnix Noodleman. So, you're a wise guy too, eh, comrade? 'Cause I'm... Uh-huh. Who the fuck would have thought this guy... Like, okay, he's got spiky hair. But who the fuck would actually mistake this guy for me? Oh, good, your driving exam is in 3 weeks. Good luck with that, Joe. I remember mine. I passed it the first time, but I will say this. The DMV facility, that's Department of Motor Vehicles for you non-Americans, the DMV facility where I got my driver's license had to close after they gave me my driver's license because it was just that big of a clerical error that I passed. So, oh well, I still have my license. Because it is I am Fauxnix Wright, the one and the only comrade. You must be imposter Fauxnix Wright. I know that you're not an American, Joe. That's why I said non-American, because I know there's at least one who's watching right now. Yes, Fauxnix, this is Fauxnix wrong. Get out of my way. I have to cruise, comrade. He's gone. Yes, Fauxnix, that was the phony. And I have no fucking clue how anyone could have possibly thought that was you. Except they're all fucking brain dead. He wasn't anything like apparently the only thing that people give a shit about. Like you see someone with spiky hair and oh, that must be Fauxnix Wright. Yes, I better make a note of this scooter. Ridden by my phony, the wheel guard is all smashed up.
Pathetic.
Oh, it's you, old man.
A few threats from a little brat like that, and you look like a pigeon that's got seed in its eyes.
Have you been here the whole time, then?
I was in that strawberry. I had some thinking to do.
More like you had some cowering to do. This guy is very funny, too. Like, this case has a whole bunch of really funny characters. Alright, buddy. He's gonna do this again, huh? The lunch special!
Dut, dut, dut.
And more pigeon feed. Small bottle. Poison! Alright. Just as useful as he always is. And I don't actually have Fauxnix wrong in my... That's a very big nose you've got there, buddy, still. Alright, fine, let's talk about you being a très bien regular. Are you a regular at that restaurant, sir?
Dut, dut, dut.
It's just that if you dislike it so much, why do you keep going there?
Dut, dut, dut.
Sir?
There you are, you filthy pigeons. You want food? Ha ha, take that.
Aha! Now that I have my Magatama. I knew it. This old guy's got something to hide, but what could it be? I don't know if I have enough evidence, but I can at least try. It's time you told me the truth. Why are you a regular at a restaurant that you dislike so much?
Isn't that obvious? People only have one reason to go to restaurants. To eat.
To eat? Is that the whole truth?
What do you mean?
I don't think you go to that restaurant for the food at all.
You insolent brat!
How dare you accuse me? What proof have you got? I can tell that neither you nor anyone else in the world would go to that place for the food. Because lunch special. The proof is in the pudding. Or in this case, the lunch menu.
That's the twin TV set. That's the twin tea set.
The food at Très Bien is terrible and expensive.
You're wrong. It's cheap.
Huh?
I'm rich. I inherited money when I was a boy. Yes, I'm stinking rich. I haven't done a job of work since I was born, other than feeding the pigeons.
What a load of crock.
The taste's another story, but the price, it's nothing to me.
So you're saying that you go there because you've got money to burn?
Exactly. I have so much cash, I go for a swim in my money.
Hey, Scrooge McDuck! Unfortunately, that's a lie.
What?
You don't have money to burn. You're flat broke. Job listings? This is yours, right?
My magazine.
Why would a rich retiree be looking for a job?
I was hard. So what?
So I was looking for a job. I'm buying a lot at the moment. I need spending money.
Oh?
I don't go to that restaurant for the food. I just go for the Javachino.
Yeah, I think you mean a cappuccino. Anyway, how much does a cappuccino cost there?
$8.
Those had better be some golden beans.
What's your problem? You think a poor man would be better off drinking dishwasher, do you? Is that it?
No, I wasn't thinking that. I was wondering if the coffee there is really that great.
No, it's not. But anyway, yes, that place has free newspapers to read every day.
Newspapers?
Exactly. They don't want me hanging around at home, so I go there.
I'm sorry, sir. There are no free papers to read at Trebienne. I don't have evidence of that. So I'm gonna stop here. Let's move back to Trebienne.
Maya, I found this motorcycle. Maya, we found some poison.
Actually, is old guy in my profiles yet? No. Fine, let's move to... Again, it's stupid how they do this, but I had to go to the detention center and then the criminal affairs department. Hey, you're just in time. What is it, Detective Gumshoe? The lab got back to me about that newspaper you gave me. He must mean the sports paper with the memo scribbled on it. Yes. So, what did they say? Did the analysis turn up anything? They said the doodle was written by the victim, Grenell, no doubt about it. I expected as much. The victim took the paper with him to the restaurant on the day of the murder. That's our best interpretation of the facts at the moment. Sports paper refiled into the court record, left by the victim. Doodle is in the victim's handwriting. Okay, so it was his, and it got hidden behind the shelf. That proves someone else was there. MC Bomber. I get the feeling I've heard that name somewheres before. Oh well, I guess it'll come back to me. Don't forget to report back to me with whatever you find in that restaurant, okay, pal? Since when did I start taking orders from Gumshoe? Although, I get the feeling there's something I need to show him. Yes!
The lunch special is shit!
What do you make of this? Sorry, pal. Makes sense. Fine, I found the Magatama.
He stole from me. The scooter?
Then let's talk about the sports paper. So according to the boys down at the lab, the doodles were probably made by the victim. Probably? Analyzing this kind of writing is difficult since it's done with the fiber-dipped pen. But don't worry, I'll vouch for it. Why would Gumshoe have to vouch for it? Can't it stand on its own? It's a fucking newspaper. It can't stand on its own. But yes, obviously we're supposed to present him with the small bottle. I mean, I could say that he's fucking poisoning people with his lunches, but he's actually poisoning with the poison itself. Hey, you's got one of them aroma bottles too, huh? Only this one doesn't smell. Duh? I don't get yous. This was mixed in with all the aromatherapy bottles, but it's not the same. It doesn't even look the same, wouldn't you agree?
A cologne bottle that doesn't smell, huh? Smells like a skunk to me, pal. Mind letting me borrow that bottle for a while? I want to send it to the lab for analysis. The victim was poisoned, so the contents of this bottle are pretty... Yes? Yes? Good. I had a hunch there was something funny about that chef. You suspect Jean Armstrong, huh? I got that guy's number. I know what his secret is. That must be the same secret Gumshoe was talking about. No shit, Sherlock. I guess I'd better fill you in on the details. About this Armstrong guy's secret, I mean. About bloody time. So what's Mr. Armstrong's secret? You ever had lunch at Trabian? Yes, just today, in fact. It was horrible. Unfortunately, yes. So, how was it? To put it nicely, it was inedible. Inedible. Hey, don't worry about being nice around me, pal. You and I both know the reason the place is so empty is because of the food. I mean, the place is clean, and he's got a goyle like Maggey as a waitress, so... yeah, I guess it is probably the food. The real scoop on the guy is he's up to his ears in debt. Oh ho! Really, how much does he owe? This is a copy of his loan contract. He's about $500,000 in the red. Wait a minute. $500,000 is crossed out. So is 100,000. And that MC Bomber really kind of does look like Mask to Mask. $500,000? Are we talking dollars? Are we talking pesos? Are we talking euros? Yeah, hey, if it was Stoiling, he'd really be in trouble. Sorry, that figure just took me by surprise. Yeah, this case is full of surprises. And I'd be willing to bet that chef's got something to do with most of them. That's my hunch. Juan's loan contract... not Juan. Jean. Juan is Spanish. Jean's loan contract added to the court record. His debt is $500,000. The owner of the loan is tender lender. I'm wondering if that's a company or a person. In this fucking game, it could be either. Alright. I'll present that right back to you. It's for $500,000, pal. That's, $500,000 bills. What was the in there for? Is there really that much money tied up in this case? I can't give you an answer on that, pal. Not without the case file in front of me. But I'll tell you this. That Armstrong guy would have done anything for cash. He was desperate, you know? No, I don't, but I think I sort of get the picture. Interesting. I don't think I showed him Glenn's profile, so... okay. I mean, that's sort of what I expected, but gotta be thorough. In that case, let's go back to the detention center. And then go to Trabian, because God forbid, given the sheer number of times we gotta go between the Criminal Affairs Department and Trabian, God forbid they put the fucking option to do that in Trabian. Okay. I guess I got... Well, I don't have any more evidence for this guy. Do I? Present Magatama. But I don't think this is going to be... I don't technically remember what the question was. I do think I have to start all over again, though, right? Yeah. Okay. The horrible lunch special. Then he claims to be rich. And the job magazine. So that was the first one done. Just go for the Javachino. Okay. Yeah, free newspapers to read every day. So I don't think I've got... Because the only new evidence that I've got is this. And this. I mean, him being $500,000 in debt means he probably isn't spending money on newspapers. But I don't think that I've got the evidence. So where the hell am I supposed to go, and what the hell am I supposed to do? I'm stuck. Like, there's plenty of places to literally go to, but, like, Nagy's not out of questioning. The chef's not back. Oh, boy. Yeah, Maggie's not back in the detention center. Going back to the Right and Co. Okay, maybe this was the right place to go. Poor Maya. It looks like Mr. Armstrong's really taken a shine to her. Suppose I'll just have to let her work at the restaurant for a while. Okay. So it's still nothing. So I've got to have the correct evidence for that guy. But what the hell is it?
The food, yes. And again, I don't know why it takes 2 pieces of evidence to break 1 frickin' lock. That should have been a second lock. But I'm thinking, like, maybe it's the sports paper? Because I know it doesn't because I've been there, but I don't know how I don't know how I present it. Like, this was left by the victim. This was probably wrong. Take a look at this. It's a newspaper I found. Okay, so I guess it's not wrong. I thought I was wrong, but it's a newspaper I found behind the magazine rack at Très Bien. So, what of it? This was the only paper there, and it's dated more than 1 month ago. What? Do you see what I'm getting at here? That restaurant doesn't get newspapers, just girly fashion magazines from Paris. And don't get me wrong, sir, I don't think you read those. This is just one that a customer happened to leave behind. Erg! Tell me, why are you so determined to hide the truth? I'm not hiding anything. I'm going to have to put this guy out of his misery. Listen. The real reason why you go so much to Très Bien is you're checking up on him because you're the one who owns his debt. Well, you're wrong, you're wrong. Uh-oh, he's gone silly. You're so stupid. Okay. It's not the food, it's not the coffee, and it's not the newspapers. Oh. I was actually right in the first place. It's the fucking waitress. The one that he was saying was practically naked. What are you asking me about that girl for? She was the waitress at Très Bien. Therefore, the answer to the mystery of why an old man would drink expensive coffee at a terrible restaurant is the waitress, ogling the girls. Erg! But I don't recognize that face. And you are probably telling the truth here, because you weren't looking at the girl's face, but at her outfit. Gulp. That's the truth, isn't it? You became a regular at the restaurant because of the waitress's uniform that you were saying made them practically naked earlier. That uniform, you know what? He was going on and on and on about that earlier, so I don't know why the fuck I thought that he was the guy who owned the debt. I was right the first time. He's just a pervert. I can't take it. To you, the waitress was your... Enough! Please! No more! Stop saying that word! Stop saying waitress! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Hooray! Alright, let's talk. Sir? Yes, it's true. I was there for the young girl. Fine, so I'm a dirty, wicked, sinful old devil. No, I didn't mean it like that. I even got one of those lousy cups of Javachino every time for $8. All because of the serving girl. Punish me. Lock me up. Really, that's not what I'm here for. You'll be the same. Another 20 years and you'll understand what it's like.
You'll know how painful it is to be an old man like me.
No, really. Listen, sir.
Stop calling me that. I have a name, you know, boy, so show some respect, huh? I'm Victor Kudo.
About time you tell me your fucking name. Sorry, Mr. Kudo.
You young ones think you know it all, don't you? Well, I'm not saying another word. I won't tell you anything more.
This guy was in the restaurant at the time of the incident, which means I have to hear his testimony one way or the other.
Humph!
I don't believe this. I even broke his psych locks and everything. I guess I'll have to try to get him when he's in a better mood, which sounds like it's gonna be never. This guy's perpetually a grump. $68, so it's probably more like another 40 years before Fauxnix has to worry about being as old and crotchety as this guy. But alright, that gave me something to do. And let me guess. Yeah, they really should have just had the ability to travel between Criminal Affairs Department and Trabian, considering how frickin' often you have to do that. Or I'm fucking lost again. Because I thought for sure Gumshoe would have something new for me by now. But nobody has anything new for me. Maya, be on the lookout for this guy. Oh, it's that old man. Is he still feeding the pigeons? Yeah, he fed me as well. I got a bunch of those seeds in my eye. Oh, ouch. Hey, Maya, would you mind coming? Oh, yes. Of course. Make him be in a good mood. Would you mind coming with me for a while? Huh? Me? Why? There's something I really want to ask that old man. Sure, okay, I'll just get changed. No, hang on. Can you go like that? I guess. Don't be silly, you stupid. Sir?
Humph! You again. ...
Question mark?
Well, I see.
Nick, his eyes are burning into me. It's okay. I think it's going pretty well.
Ka.
Huh?
You're still just a little child. Run along and play on the slide, all right?
Play on the slide.
Darg, we were so close. Just a little more and he would have spilled. Pigeon. Ka.
How can we crack this guy? Get her to summon Mia? Excuse me, please, sir. Quiet! Can't you see I'm feeding the... She's summoning Mia, or she summoned Mia, didn't she?
Feeding the pigeon.
Yup. Yup. And Mia brought in for sex appeal. Of course. Maya got so offended at being called a child that she said, fuck this, and summoned Mia. Mia,
Well,
if you don't mind, sir, I'd really love to talk with you.
yes. Of course, certainly. I'm Victor Kudo.
Even from beyond the grave. Wow. And he's just gonna throw stuff in my eyes. So, alright. What did you see about the incident? You mean the man who died after drinking the Javachino? It's like he's a different person. It was quite a shock, even for me. He was a strange-looking boy. The girl took the Javachino over to him, you see. And? Was the customer alone? Definitely. He was the only person at the table. Then he took one sip of his Javachino and? And he said something like, "Urgh," and then he collapsed. Dead. Oh, how terrifying. You're so good at listening, aren't you? I'll tell you anything, whatever you want to know. He certainly seems to be telling the truth now. It looks like Mr. Kudo didn't see this other man either. Do you like the food at Trebian? Well, of course. I'm really quite a sophisticated man. I was a young businessman once, you know. I set up a casino in London. Really? How interesting. Eating the food at that restaurant really takes me back to my days in France. What a lovely story. London's in England, not France. Oh, yes, France is wonderful. I'd love to show you around the city sometime. France is a country, not a city. It's too much. I can't take it. I want France. I can't believe Mia's laughing at the guy. I believe she's laughing at him, not with him, yes. You visit Trebian a lot, don't you? Of course. I mean, yes. I'd like to come see you there. Really? Oh, you flatter me so. The owner would be delighted to welcome you, I'm sure. Be careful of that chef, my dear. The chef? You mean Mr. Armstrong? You shut your goddamn mouth! No one was talking to you, boy! Oh. Interesting. That's right. The man's an ex-con. He's an ex-con? Well now. Whatever did Mr. Armstrong do? Oh, no. Those eyes. I can't take this. He has really got this guy eating out of her hand. He steals things from his customer. So he probably, well, first of all, he swiped the Magatama from me. So that bottle that we found was probably not his. It was probably the customers that so, okay. He steals things from his customers. From his customers? Gloves, handkerchiefs, poison bottles, Magatamas, little things mainly. He's a pilferer, so you be careful around him, my dear. Are you sure about this? Of course. He was arrested for it once. I was there when it happened, having my Javachino. He really is a regular. Let me write you a little haiku about it. A haiku? A Japanese poem. It'll explain all you need to know about that chef. Victor's note added to the court record. Convicted before, a wicked man or woman. Repeat offender. So 575, I believe, is a haiku. Yeah, 575. If he takes anything again, you let me know. If it's not too expensive, I'll buy you a replacement. Poor guy. He couldn't do enough for me, Okay, Phoenix. That's about as much as I can do to help. Thanks, Mia. We got some really important information thanks to you. Honestly, I can't believe Maya called me for something like... I can! I absolutely can. When you need sex appeal, you go for Mia. Well, what do you want to bet that the owner is back?
I guess it's about time to wrap up today's investigation. I notice you changed. Had enough of being a waitress? Yeah, plus no one came to the restaurant. Ooh la la! Mademoiselle May? None? How can you leave me like this? I'm sorry. That reminds me. Mr. Armstrong had a psych locker 3, didn't he? Yes, I will break those. Mr. Armstrong, I hope you won't mind, but I'd like to have another word with you. Volunteer, of course. Okay. Talk. Maggie's motive. When Maggey took the coffee over to the victim, did anything happen? And it's going to pop the psych locks again. I forgot I have to present the Magatama. It was nothing, I am sure. All right. Hey, stupid. I found this. You stole it from me. Okay, he looks sad, but sure. What is happening? I do not like this horrible feeling. I have to know the truth, what happened that day. Allures, allures, I will confess everything. Just don't hurt me. The French surrendering immediately, huh? That was a new world record. It was a lottery ticket. A lottery ticket? Le man who died here had a lottery ticket. For $500,000. I wonder who would have liked that. $500,000? Oui, but after the incident, this ticket... It disappeared. It disappeared. The ticket disappeared. Or it got coffee all over it. This was the motive that la prosecution gave for Maggey. They said that she poisoned the man to get the $500,000 lottery ticket. That is a weak-ass motive. Why didn't you tell me about this sooner? My salud. You've been trying to hide this information about the lottery ticket from me, and I want to know the reason why. Non, monsieur, you doubt me, but I have confessed to you everything that I know. Mr. Armstrong, the $500,000 lottery ticket, I think I know who took it. Was taken by you. Mr. Armstrong, I believe there's a very high probability that it was you. Wow, that is one piercing scream. Oh, I should probably try to do a high-pitched scream. I can't, it's too girly. I need a dawning here. Pourquoi moi? Why, you have no evidence. I am not the mask de mask. I am not the kind of person who steals the property of others. Sorry to disappoint you, Mr. Armstrong, but I have evidence to the contrary. So this would be the haiku. What is this? A poem? Oh, monsieur, you know me so well. I adore poems. Please read it and put some feeling into it. Convicted before, a wicked man or woman, a repeat offender. I'm sorry to have to bring it up, Mr. Armstrong, but you have been arrested for stealing from your customers before, haven't you? Mon Dieu! You are the liar! You deny it? Do not make the false accusations, s'il vous plaît. So do you have any proof? I want to see the incontestable proof that I have ever stolen from one of my customers. The Magatama! It seems old habits die hard, Mr. Armstrong. What is that? This is my Magatama. Well, Maya's Magatama, technically, but this is my Magatama. And I found it in your kitchen. None! Wow. None! I'm not going to try that again. That scream just about broke some windows. Oui, oui. I have a weakness for the trinkets and the figurines. My end, it just sleeps out. I cannot stop it. You've stolen handkerchiefs, gloves, and other things from your customers, right? Oui, it is the truth. I'm just a timid little girl inside, monsieur. A timid little girl. Besides, this time it was not a small trinket, oui. It was $500,000. Must none. Why would I steal it? I have no need for such money. Really now? Oh, monsieur, what is it? Isn't it true that you're in some pretty serious trouble? And that you're in desperate need of a large amount of cash? This restaurant is deep in the red, isn't it? Ah. You have a loan to the tune of $500,000. That lottery ticket would have wiped out, well, yes and no. Yes, technically, it was for $500,000. Pre-tax. By the time you actually got it, if you took the lump sum, it would probably be closer to something like 100,000 to maybe 250,000, because those jackasses at the government tax lottery winnings at like 50 some odd %, if not higher. So it looks good on paper, and at least you get a decent chunk of the debt down. But best case scenario, you've only paid for half of it. And what the fuck are the odds that another 500 grand lottery ticket's going to show up in your restaurant? Worst case scenario, you've paid about a fifth of it. And no way in hell you're going to get 4 more of those lottery tickets in your restaurant. Now, I think that's they just tax the shit out of it if you take it as a lump sum. They still tax it at a fairly heavy rate if you get it as, over time, but it would be at a lesser sum, so maybe you'd end up with something like 350 million instead. But you'd have to pay back the loan a little at a time, which I suppose would be better than nothing, and the guarantee that there's going to continue to be money rolling in until that 350K is, well, until he dies, or that 350K is gone, like used up. That's a whole other story, but I'm thinking about this too hard. Bottom line is, he was the one that had the motive to steal that lottery ticket. Well, Mr. Armstrong, what do you have to say for yourself now? Ouch. Unlock successful. Tell me Maggie's motive. Mr. Armstrong, you said that the victim had a winning lottery ticket for... How the fuck would you have even known that, though? You said the victim had a winning lottery ticket for $500,000. How did you know he had something like that in the first place? The man, he was listening to the radio with his earpiece. Maggey said something about that, too. The winning number was announced on the news, I think. All of a sudden, he exploded. Yes, $500,000, he shouted. And the ticket? Oui, he had all of his tickets spread out on the table. I was so desperately in need of money, so I put the poison in his coffee? No, 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 no. Oh, no, you naughty, naughty man. I simply helped myself to one of his ticket. You don't even know if it was the right one. What? The victim collapsed and Maggey passed out. I thought to myself, pourquoi pas? He had so many of them. Yeah, but only one of them was the winning ticket, you dummy. How could you do that, Mr. Armstrong? Maggey was arrested because of you. None. This is not true. The winning ticket? I did not take it. The ticket for $500,000. For $500,000, I mean. But you just told us you did. You said you took, yeah, a ticket, but it was the wrong one. Mais non, my filet. It was not. That's enough. Huh? Ah! Oh, it's you! Hi, Mr. Godo! That's enough. Mr. Godo! What in the heck are you doing here? This is without a doubt the worst coffee I have ever tasted, Mr. Armstrong. I thought you didn't let other people make coffee for you at this point. You only use your special Godo blends. And why the fuck would you, if you are Diego Armando, which I highly suspect that you are, why would you drink coffee at an establishment that had just had an incident with poisoned coffee like a month ago, considering what probably happened to you? He came in here for a coffee. Does his craving for coffee know no bounds? Perhaps Mr. Armstrong stole one of the victim's tickets on the day in question. I am Lear Ednon, just a pretty little girl who everyone is laughing at. But in that case, Maggey shouldn't be the only one under suspicion. He had the wrong ticket. Yeah, no shit. What? Mr. Armstrong made off with the winning ticket's pretty neighbor. So the ticket he took was worthless? Not quite. He did win something. $1. You see, I am just a pretty face. Without my looks, I have nothing. So, what happened to the winning ticket then? The one he meant to steal? Indeed, what did happen to it? I don't like spoiling myself by watching trailers. So, we'll just wait and see how the movie turns out tomorrow, won't we, Mr. Trite? Et voila, you two! Time to laugh at la pretty little Ed. No, you keep that haiku. Don't you throw that away. You could keep it in your pocket and like stash it in your office as a memento. He wrote it all out and put it on a nice little card and everything. Stupid Phoenix. Looks like we've got a new mystery now. Namely, where did the winning ticket go? I've got a bad feeling about this. It is Revenge of the Fifth, so quoting Star Wars is appropriate. Well, anyway. We can't let Maggey suffer any longer for this, and certainly not again. Ah, I see. Well, this is a minor conundrum, because it's already 11 o'clock. And I don't want to really begin
the trial day because it's going to be a little while before I can return. So, as unusual as it is, I do think that I'm going to end things off a little early today. Yeah, I think that's probably the smartest thing to do. Is I'll just end things off here because I can see myself trying to either get through this trial in one sitting, which is just not going to happen, or or just make it part of the way through and then completely forget what the fuck I was doing when I'm next here. So, all right. If you only caught part of tonight's stream, you can watch the entire thing over on my YouTube channel over there. If you were watching this on YouTube and you want to catch me on my Twitch channel, you can catch me over there. It's at that link. I usually go live Monday evenings and Wednesday evenings at 7:30 p.m. U.S. Central Time. Monday evenings are Ace Attorney. Wednesday evenings are West of Loathing. I will be having my West of Loathing stream this upcoming Wednesday. However, I will not be streaming at all next week. And that includes, by the way, the other place that you can find me usually, which is the Bulba Garden channel over there. Normally, I go live on Sundays at 8:30 a.m. U.S. Central Time with my, well, at this point, is with my Kalos adventures with my Pokemon Y run with fairy types. But like I said, I will be streaming this Wednesday, so in 2 nights back on this channel with more West of Loathing, but I will not be streaming at all next week because I will be in Detroit. And that's going to be fun. I will be flying out on Sunday and not flying back until Friday afternoon, which is fantastic. So next week, no me. This week, though, you had me yesterday on Bulba Garden. You had me this evening, and again, you'll have one more stream Wednesday evening this week with more West of Loathing. Please look forward to that. I have been really enjoying West of Loathing. It is a fantastic game. There are other fantastic streamers that you can find on the Bulba Garden channel, including Caps Fan, who you can also find live on his channel there. And Dawning Winds, although she's probably not going to be streaming this week over there. Dawning's birthday is this upcoming Saturday, so if you happen to see her before that, make sure that you wish the little goblin a happy birthday. And like I said, I do have the little goblin knows best rewarder. I had it disabled for this evening because, again, at least one of the last times that I had it enabled and at such a low cost, I had new people popping in. One of them was probably a bot, but you never know. And I don't want someone coming in, seeing a 30-point reward and redeeming it when the specific circumstances you need for that reward aren't available. So hopefully Dawning will be feeling better by Wednesday and she'll be able to join me for more West of Loathing. If not in voice chat, then possibly in Twitch chat. We'll see. But don't take the little goblin knows best being missing as a sign that it's gone for good, because it absolutely is not. That is a reward that I enjoy having on this channel. And when there are little goblins around this month, it will only be 30 channel points. All right. That's going to do it for me for this evening. I, again, apologize for going a little short, but like I said, I don't, especially because I'm not streaming next week, I want to be at an actual solid end point where I can kind of pick up and figure shit out
when I'm back in 2 weeks with more Ace Attorney. Like I said before that, though, drop by here Wednesday evening for more West of Loathing, which is such a fun game. That will, however, do it for me for this evening. So, as always, I am Maniacal Engineer, and I'm never going to give you up, never going to let you down. Thank you all for watching, and God bless this mess. Good night, everybody.